Legible. Yada. Hello, Giga. Doesn't seem to be working. I'll get you up. Oh, no, I can't. No, apparently I won't get you up. Damn it! Get up! Ow. Oh. I did finally get food late. That's why we started stream again late. It's actually funny, the woman in question, nice older lady, kind of my age. I tried to invite you, Arcano. I think whoever is party lead is AFK. Which I'm guessing is casual, because that's the only option. Anyways. So she got there, and it turns out that they actually didn't have my order. So she pulled up the app and was like, here, this is the order, and here's where the payment went through. And pretty much insisted that they actually fulfill the order. So it was late, but it did actually get here. So that was nice. It was euros. They were good. What the hell does Nitius mean? Nitius. Like, that's clearly a portion of something else. No. Like, Nicia. Initia? Initial, maybe? I know, right? Who could have guessed this? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Giga, leave group. Do the old-fashioned way. Back in WoW, half the time it was literally easier for me to ask someone to just to disband the group rather than try to request party lead. So I kind of got used to that. See, now Orcano's not there. No. Well, now Cashel gets back. I see how it is. Right after we give up on him. Excuse me. Okay, now nobody's accepting invites. It's suspicious. Getting even more suspicious. Suspicious mode engaged. Oh, nice, Core. Congrats. Actual customer service, who knew? Yeah, I've already invited Arcano. I think he's AFK, or disconnecting. He's probably got an invite thing on his screen right now. I'll give it a minute. Oh, there it is. Onwards. Lunch was actually quite good. Thank you for asking.
Impressive work on Darth Seraphim, but he was just a prelude to Malgus the Betrayer. I took the stealth fighter for a test flight, performed a full systems test. We can leave for Malgus's station on your mark.
Looks like you suffered some injuries when Seraphim shot you down.
Nothing serious, thank you. Now steel yourself. Time we destroy a false emperor.
We're going to kill Vitiate already? Wow. I mean, I'm okay with that. Screw him. I should just make... How was lunch? A drinking game at this point. Uh-oh, a sub. Alright, hang on. Hang on. Ooh, okay. Hang on. Thank you, Daniel Dort. Always appreciate that support. Thank you. I will jot that down. For Batman the Animated Series.
Welcome to the heart of our new empire. I am Arcus Wood, engineer, architect, artist. Served Earth Malgus well, and my technological creations will serve you. Welcome to the heart of our new empire. I am Arcus Wood, engineer, architect, artist. Served Earth Malgus well, and my technological creations will serve you.
I already got the droid. Droid be here. Actually works out pretty well. Oh, they totally do, Damashi, and we already jotted it down. We're up to 28 super weapons now. Help me out. What's another word that sounds like Nisha? Like, the only thing that's coming to my mind is initial. Militia. Evo, you do wordsmithing. Help me out here.
With the right application of technology, the impossible comes to life. We can travel faster than light. We can construct an entire fleet in weeks. And we can make the visible invisible. So when you see my engineers performing feats that make the Force look like child's play, remember that anything is possible.
Oh god. There's the manufactory down there. N-I-T-I-A. Nisha. Hey, Samson regret, excuse me. Salmon regret, wow. I'm sick today. Sorry. Hi, welcome to stream. You are more than welcome. I like chatting, talking, interacting, hearing about how terrible I am, you know. It's all good. Speaking of which, Latario is not here, so I can't answer his question. Initial, maybe? Not. See, I know myself, and I know what the mentality I have.
Fierce, loyal warriors. Shunning them was the fault of the short-sighted Dark Council.
Yeah. And the mentality was the typical Darth thing, right? To make a word that sounds like another word. It isn't quite spelled like it, right? Yeah, initial was my first thought, Gigaputty, but I don't see how that fits. Darth initial? You know what you did, Arcano. Anyways, Yada asked a good question. Yada says, what do you think about genetic memory? As a fictional device, obviously. I have to admit, I actually love the usage of the... Nope. Animus. Can you think of the name of the damn thing? I actually love the usage of the Animus as a plot point, as a narrative idea. It's a really cool concept, and honestly, I regret that they didn't do more with it. Like, they did some cool stuff with it early on, and then it just kind of became the vehicle by which to get to the real game. You know what I mean? The Animus stopped being part of the story. And yes, I know what they did with it in the recent stuff. What do you ask?
With the right application of technology, the impossible comes to life.
Where?
We can travel faster than light. We can construct an entire
Okay,
fleet in
whatever.
weeks.
I'm bringing a friend. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh.
Invisible. So when you see my engineers performing feats that make the Force look like child's play,
Religious zealotry, Lothario. Speaking of which, Lothario asked, if I had Jace's ability and Visas Mars' ability, how often would I use these powers and on whom? I probably never would. At least not in everyday life. It would be fascinating, though. Like, imagine for a moment that I'm watching... Yeah, I can't summon the droid. I don't know why. Imagine that I'm watching, like, Congress, right? And the whole of the Senate is there, and I just turn on the power temporarily to see, like, a sea of red. Anyways, the droid's apparently gone forever, and I don't know how to bring it back, unless this does it. In which case it does, never mind. Join me, droid. The icon on that. Or imagine, like, watching... I know they don't do E3 anymore, but imagine watching E3 and just leaving it on, right? And just seeing how horribly evil all the presenters are. Well, some of them. The president of EA gets up there, pure red. President of Ubisoft, pure red. Keanu Reeves gets up there, pure red. Oh god! How does she suck?
Grand Moff Regus just sent word. The Imperial fleet will be here shortly.
Probably not, Lothario.
these vessels will shape the galaxy on invisible wings. Such greatness is only attained by the marriage of animal engineering and the Foundry. A few upgrades and the Foundry droids can process Deacon crystals and construct stealth squadrons in record time. Dr.
Correct.
August united our technologies, as he will unite the galaxy.
I mean, we'd be screwed if he was, wouldn't we, Lothario? But that was the joke. It's like, imagine if you look at Keanu Reeves, it's like, oh god, he's actually evil. Who knew? Would not have guessed that one. Speaking as a definitely pro-fiber person, I hope that fiber comes to you swiftly and without incident. Sounds regret. As a Comcast survivor, that's what I'm going to call myself. No, I've got it. Keanu Reeves is actually, like, kept young by willing sacrifices. But the thing is, he's not sacrificing them. In fact, he desperately wants people to stop sacrificing themselves to keep him young. But he's so nice and so beloved that people keep doing it. He's just like, no, stop!
Assist. Fighters on my tail. Look for defensive turrets. Something to turn against that scum.
Emperor Malgus says hello.
Interesting. I mean, I could think of worse actors. Lothario.
Stay still!
Okay. He says as he jumps away. This is a weird thing. That's right. While supplies last for digital berries. God damn it, Nintendo. Stop trying to push the FOMO button. It doesn't work anyways. That sun is orbiting fast and
Impressive. Jindo Cray was among the first to join me. He will become a martyr, and others will flock to continue his fight.
I don't know how to answer that, Evo. Okay. So, Dandelion, pre-Witcher 3, is a fop who doesn't take ownership of himself, lies constantly, flirts ruthlessly with everything around him. Like, there's nothing to like there, you know? There's nothing to get along with. Everything?
You may have noticed our recent improvements. Upgraded turbo blazers replaced last generation turrets. Specialized flux cannons can disintegrate capital ships with a single blast. But most importantly,
What?
we installed state-of-the-art stealth technology. This station is completely invisible. From the skies, our empire will unite the galaxy, and Darth Malgus will be our emperor.
What is with this game and insisting that you can just do turbo lasers and also do them better? It's a weirdly recurring trend. Oh, of course he does, Evo, and Witcher 3 shows that. But I'm never going to get along with someone who's that kind of a person, you know, the other 90 to 95% of the time, right? We talked about that's why I'm so confused, Evo. When the chips are down, he's a good guy and he's got your back. But that doesn't mean I'm going to get along with him because he's only that way when the chips are down. What about the other, you know, normalcy amount of time, right? It's like asking me if I'm going to get along with Lamar in GTA 5. No. But he's loyal. That's nice. Really, Organo? Right, Gan. I definitely know who Gan is. I know exactly who it is. I know who they are so much that I don't even need... Let me look... hang on, I'm just doing something very unrelated here. Don't mind me. Neverwinter Nights 2, Gan. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just looking something up that is... Oh, that asshole.
Imperial fleet has arrived.
I mean... Yeah, I'm just ordering Gan pizza. It's the name of the local pizza joint. That's what it is. And the type of pizza I was ordering was the Neverwinter Nights. It's actually like a dessert pizza with mint. And the chocolate chips are the Nights. So it's mint chocolate chip pizza. That actually sounds good. I don't know. He's a womanizer who's a dick. What do you want from me, Evo? Again, it's the same exact problem that applies in both directions. Neither of them are exactly bad people, but being a good person inside does not mean you're the kind of person I'm going to get along with. Like, I wouldn't get along with Han Solo, for God's sakes.
Power core, the brain of this space station, and my domain. If you are not a member of the Schism Collective, turn back. This place is not for you.
Question Man says, those look fun. It's okay, they're prototypes, which means they suck. Anyways. So what choices did I make in Witcher 3 on my first playthrough? Remind me what the choices are in Witcher 2. I know there's whether you kill what's-her-face or not. What's his face, excuse me. Which I did. Really? Heal to full? You damn. Oh yeah, Doc's just terrible. Wouldn't get along with Doc either. I'd probably get along with Lando, excuse me.
Look around you. This station's power is a testament to the Animid's technical prowess. The old Empire shunned them, but I encouraged and embraced their talents. Thus, tolerance breeds strength.
Yeah, I went with Roche, obviously.
There's no end to these stealth fighters. I've scratched dozens and they're still swarming.
Want to get along with Qui-Gon? Well, we killed Henselt. I think we saved... I don't know why I'm saying we. I killed Henselt. I saved Saskia. I saved What's-His-Face, and I went with Roche. There was a second part of your question? What kind of people do you tend to get along with? Everyone other than that. That's not a joke. I would absolutely not get along with Anakin. Pratt. I'd probably get along with Ahsoka and Obi-Wan. And Qui-Gon.
Perfect timing. Such power. With one movement, our flux cannons fire, and an Imperial capital ship is disintegrated.
Right.
The Precision Collective has crafted this battle station into the galaxy's greatest technological marvel. Not even your entire fleet can take us down.
The Imperial fleet will crush this battle station. But first, your throat.
Of course.
Interjection. Silence, meatbags. My targeting computer has scanned your soft spots. The first shot will immobilize you. The second will spill your slippery components onto the floor.
Oh, I rolled bad on that one.
Stand down, or I'll be forced to disassemble.
Aw, did you not recognize him, Giga?
I am HK-47, personal exterminator to Emperor Malgus. Backing down from violence would violate my programming. Weapons activated? Assassination protocol engaged? I have been looking forward to this. Advisory. Prepare to die.
My point is, I had an option that was like, "Hi, HK-47. What are you doing here?" Wow, that actually hurts.
Prepare to die. Mockery. Your organic flailings amuse me.
I was saying, the throne room was like right there. If I remember that correctly.
Mockery. Your organic flailings amuse me. Disclosure. Master World's upgrades have perfected my assassination.
What? Couldn't hear you over you know, interrupting your own dialogue with your own ability.
Disclosure. Master World's upgrades have perfected my assassination protocol. Warning. Severe damage sustained. Systems failing.
Well, that was underwhelming. Next. Let's see here. How about what I say the Pokemon fandom is compared to other fandoms? Pretty mild, all things considered. I've seen a lot worse than Poke fans. I mean, I've seen Sonic fans. Systems failing, my system failing, systems failing, my system. I'm not even gonna get into Star Wars fans. We're leaving that one alone. Wow, they really like to have their turrets just hover in the air, don't they? Has to shoot down at me, for God's sakes. Not do damage to the tank, do I? Look at this. I guess that's to be expected.
Guards! Reinforcements! Somebody help! Oh,
Hi.
please, those things I said at HK, it was all a misunderstanding. Just let me live.
No. Or whatever, gigapix.
Sabotage your stealth
Oh,
armada.
never mind. That's
and
casual.
the Empire will ignore your crimes.
That will take hours. Fine. I'll overload the foundry generators. The results to the hangars will be catastrophic. I'll also program our flux cannons to target the stealth armada. Anything to protect our escape pods. And the Imperial fleet, of course.
I've never even heard of it. What's Steven Universe?
Lovely. The station is firing on its own stealth armada. I trust you're responsible for this.
It's okay, Goopster. We actually reviewed those semi-recently, so if you want to go watch them in action, but... Without spoiling, all I'll say is God of War 2 had an extremely logical reset of power. God of War 3 kind of didn't have a reset of power. God of War 3 just kept going up. With a couple of exceptions. Yeah. Well. We all know Sword and Shield is the best Pokemon. I don't know why this is a debate.
One of you has vowed to join the new Empire. But which one? I'm certainly not telling.
Doesn't work though, Amalgus. We all know it's Giga. And me. Actually, I think all of us would, wouldn't we? Tea is helping my stomach. Thank you for asking, Eva. It's really, really basic. It's just mint. But it's what I have for when my stomach doesn't feel good. Exactly, Jay Palmer. Like, current Empire versus Malgus? That's not even a question. I just took the drink, Yada. One thing I need to do after this, I need to go get myself a dual saber that's actually level 70 equivalent. Deja vu. Wait, you can add sugar to tea? I wouldn't do that. But then again, I also wouldn't add, like, milk to tea. That's just such a weird thought to me. I can't even envision that. Honey I've done, although I don't like it. I actually don't mind the taste of black tea, I just can't drink black tea, because it'll give me headaches. Figure. Yeah, gotta add lard to tea. Oh, Arcana's in combat. Where's Arcano? Arcano's way over there. You know what? Okay, sure. I'm just gonna do this. Don't forget the law, trauma. We might see that at FF7R2. Yeah, Dr. Muncher. If Palmer added anything to his tea in the remake, I didn't see it. He's only in one scene. I would guess black and white. No, I would guess heart gold. Heck. That's nice. Really? Well, consider me surprised. Oh, well, I'm here.
You're as stubborn as the dying Empire.
No, Trihexia.
Welcome to my throne room. So much history. So many glory days that slipped away from us. The Emperor is dead. Long live the new Emperor.
Okay, done.
It is you who will bow to me. Now.
Or Kano could skip the whole conversation, apparently.
The Empire is withering away. Soon it will be obliterated by decadence and antiquated ideals. Yet still you struggle to keep it from healing, don't you see? Our survival demands a new empire, tempered by alien alliances and strengthened by tolerance.
Yes, I agree.
I've seen the Empire's weakness. We must change to survive. But you're going about it the wrong way.
You are perceptive. But still you have much to learn. My stealth armada will destroy your fleet, and I will destroy you.
Warning. Critical explosions detected on the foundry level. Generators manually overloaded by user ID Arcus Woad.
Enough.
Why am I shooting a blaster at him?
Emergency warning. Power core override.
Got that right.
Self-destruct initiated.
You've chosen the wrong path.
Their deaths will be on your hands. The blast will wipe out your fleet, and only I can deactivate the destruction cycle. Die, or defeat me. Either way, the Empire is reborn.
How very Sith of you.
For the new Empire. I hear the Grand Moff is calling me Malgus the Betrayer. Tell me, did my deception sting?
No.
I haven't enjoyed myself this much since the sacking of Coruscant. Enough
That is
games.
a long sun. Good lord.
Feel an emperor's wrath.
Hey, that's me.
Impressive, but it won't be enough.
Oh, right, Casual. Of course you are. Wink. Well, I'll just be here being choked.
I should have killed you on Ilum when I had the chance.
I mean, you could have tried, buddy. So someone asked a question earlier. Considering it takes 4 of us to take down Malgus, does this mean that Malgus is stronger than any of the main characters? No.
Your fleet is doomed, and with it, the old empire.
No more than, you know, some random droid or some commander or some Sith Lord or any other boss in this game isn't stronger than 4 of us.
Thus the false Emperor is dethroned. I won't let you join Malgus in death. Hurry to the
Secondary
hangars. I'm
systems
coming for you.
failure. Core power levels critical. Warning. Estimated blast radius 1.92 kilometers. Minimum safe distance 2.4 kilometers. Reactor overload. Primary systems failing.
Oh, did someone kill the
Meltdown
bot?
imminent.
Someone did kill the bot. How could you? How could you do it? How could you kill the bot? Like another get out of here? No, it really isn't. I absolutely think Malgus is weaker than the Sith Warrior. No question. Okay. The bot does have a name. Question Man. So Lataria says, I know KOTOR 1 and 2 had different writers. Very, very, very different writers from different teams, from different companies. But why is that even though they were different writers, HK47 is pretty much the same, but he's different in Tor? Because the writers of KOTOR 2 gave a damn, whereas the writers of Tor did not. You heard me. You can tell I've done a lot of dungeons in this game, because I didn't even remember that there is an exit dungeon button. Well, you want me to lie to you, Star Wars?
Next time, try not to get so banged.
So that's tough, because I'm not a good liar. Anyways, slow. Let me play my own theme song here really quick. I think this is appropriate for how my day is going. Almost just jumped. And now, but just because screw you, I'm gonna play some FF5 music. Nah, let's play some good FF5 music. And now let's stop it.
Our saviors have returned.
I was gonna say, that's Mandalore.
Heroes throughout the galaxy are celebrating your victory.
Malgus the Betrayer is dead.
That's Mar
You
over
have
there.
destroyed the false Emperor.
Not even Darth Malgus could weaken our grip on the galaxy.
Hear, hear.
General Heska, your service to the Empire is flawless, as always. What news from the battlefield?
Our fleet suffered casualties, but the survivors escaped the station's blast. The Reclamation Service already scours the wreckage.
Excellent. Contrary to Malgus's claims, the Empire is stronger than ever. Meanwhile, the traitor's flock is abandoning the flaming ruins of his heretical revolution.
You're dumb.
What do we move on to now?
We were in a grave place. Intelligence disbanded, much of the Dark Council slain, and the children of the Emperor defeated. But a new age is upon us.
Already our strength rallies after the fall of Darth Malgus.
The Empire will rise to dominance again, and it will be thanks to you.
The end. Hey, Mar? You have anything to say about that, Mar? No? Okay. Anybody else? No? Alright. I actually don't know Valvatrix. It's a good question. So, that was Ilum. Not really all that impressed, to be completely blunt. I gotta do paperwork, don't I? Hang on, give me a minute, okay? I'm sorry. Usually I like to do these things during cutscenes, but I've been pretty blah today. It was actually worse, Jay Palmer, if you can believe it. The migraine is gone, I'm having other issues right now. No, I agree. That dungeon sucked. I was actually expecting it to be better. Like, I don't think it's terrible. So I guess I shouldn't say sucked, because that implies more. That dungeon was not as good as I was hoping it would be. That's a better way to phrase that. What's the name of the dungeon we just did? Does anyone remember? Anybody? Anybody? False Ember, thank you. I should sit up. I don't want to sit up. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Oh. Alright, with that we have concluded Vanilla. Let's do this. This is a perfect song for this. I don't have a third one, believe it or not, Act. I've only got the two. Yeah, we're gonna get the actual... So, I misspoke yesterday because I had a migraine. But yesterday we weren't actually getting the silver number for Vanilla. We were getting the silver number for the classes. So what I'm going to do right now is get you the silver number for Vanilla. This actually shouldn't take me too long because I've already did so much of the prep work here yesterday. Just have to add a couple of things to it. So we add... Damn! Of course I did, Evo. The question that you asked was, hey Lord, why are you so stupid? I actually don't have a question from you. So, no, I think you sent it in while the bot was dead. Well, before I tell you any other number, let me update the HUD with vanilla as I go. I'm going to start with gameplay negatives. No drum rolls yet. Hang on, hang on. There's actually more gameplay positives than that, believe it or not. This is Tor Vanilla right here. Oof. Yeah, that tanks that score a lot. Like a lot. Oh, I actually thought I answered that one, Evo. No. Non-malevolent, highly chaotic beings in the... Hold up. Sorry. Do you mean powerful, non-malevolent, high chaos beings in the extant? Because that's a different question. I mean, Pixel Remaster is great in general, but yeah, no, this is a good one. Hey, Neurozaz, we're getting the actual silver number. Oh, that's so bad. It was good stuff, Nero says. It was damn good stuff. In fact, while we're here, just because I feel like it and for literally no other reason, okay, I changed my mind. I can't listen to this right now. I'm sorry. I can't listen to that right now. Can I have a drum roll, please? This is what I don't like about being sick. My emotional defenses are a lot lower than they normally are. I'm actually always emotional. Little spoiler, but I'm usually much more controlled about it. Tor Vanilla. Plus 226 to story. Negative 142 to gameplay. That still drags it up to a net positive score. Barely. Golden number of 66.79. A averagely good game overall. An averagely good game overall. That... Oh, wow. Yeah, that's about right. That is about right, unfortunately. That is just... Ilum did not get a single positive, no. Oh my god. Okay, so that is actually the silver number. No, really. No, really. Oh. Yeah. I mean, the bad drags it down so hard. Just so hard. There's some really good stuff here. But no, that is extremely low for an MMO. You know how low that is for an MMO? Well, Star Trek Online got a 91.62. And you know what? I agree with that. Star Trek Online is a much less ambitious MMO with less meat on its bones. But it's also a better game than Tor Vanilla. If you look at everything. Remember, STO has its fair share of Drek, too. A lot of the early optional stuff and the entire Sister of Takuvma arc. But STO does a lot more right, and is also substantially less aggravating to play through. I've never felt the desire to run the stealth spec on every character just to dodge combat in STO. There's not really such a thing as STO Vanilla, Dr. Winter. Like, the concept literally doesn't exist anymore. So, it doesn't work that way. Even if it did, I would have absolutely no way of calculating that. I would just be guessing wildly. So I couldn't give you an actual number. But I did it. And I'm just gonna take a moment, if that's okay. Can I just enjoy that sensation for just a minute? Just, we did it. We finished Vanilla Tor in its totality. I mean, I know I feel absolutely terrible right now, but all joking and all memeing aside, that's an accomplishment. I like that. I like that. Ah, well, it sucks to be them, Nerozos. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, Latario. You know I don't talk about the sequel trilogy. Because of fandoms. We were just talking about that a few minutes ago. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's get some music in here. There we go. We did it. Okay. Okay. So since we're going to start the expansions, I've already got a separate thing on the thing ready to go for this, the document. Just going to put it all down here. Let's go ahead and down here. Oh, Jesus, I should just hit Control End. No, we're not going to do a short break. I got this. I got this. I have written the score down. It's right there. 66.79. But I said I'd do announcements, and so I got to set up some announcements here really quick. Give me a second. What's the name of this first? Oh, it's right there. Rise of the Hutt Cartel. No, Lataria. I've actually given my opinion on that several times. People have always been negative about the prequel trilogy. It was never this bad. Whether it's because the people were different or because the movies are different, it doesn't matter. This issue did not exist back then. And I don't think it would have. So no. Also, Rey isn't a Mary Sue while we're on the subject. So, let's go ahead and jot this out here. Okay. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to take a brief break, if that's okay with everyone. Just to refresh my tea. That's going to take a couple minutes to heat the water. Oh, and if you want a serious talk on the matter, I legitimately don't think Rey Skywalker, or whatever her stupid name is a Mary Sue. That's because I'm actually much harsher about what definition I use for a Mary Sue. Like, Jedi Knight is a Mary Sue, but I don't think Cisco is a Mary Sue, for example, even though I've heard that argument before. I'm just stricter about my definitions, one way or the other. Now, I'll be right back. Jaula is Jaula is the worst Mary Sue I've ever seen in fiction, and that's counting Madon, who is also a Mary Sue, by the way. One other thing I could add while we're on the subject. God, no, Lataria, why would I watch that? One thing I've noticed is a lot of people use the phrase Mary Sue, or Gary Stew, or whatever, as insult word, which is a really common thing. Let me explain what I mean by that. I just realized some of you may not know what I mean by that. I bet 100% of the people listening to this right now have heard the insult word context, whether you thought about it or not. Because we're switching to Republic, by the way. Because if I call you homosexual, or if I say that you are autistic, I don't mean that, literally. What I'm saying is, you insult. This is a very common thing. This goes back centuries. This is just kind of human nature and the nature of linguistic progression. They don't mean it literally. What they mean is insult. So they use insult, they use some other word when all they're trying to say is, you know, you suck, basically. And I have noticed an inordinate number of people in the last, I'd say about 10 years, use Mary Sue as an insult word. Now, that makes sense. It is an insult, as Magister pointed out. A Mary Sue is never a good thing, 100% of the time. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure, and with very high certainty, that over half of the times I hear someone insulting a character by calling them a Mary Sue, they don't mean it literally. What they mean is, I don't like this character. Which, by the way, is valid. I feel like pointing it out. There's nothing wrong with just saying, I don't like this character. But you understand why I make the distinction between a literal insult of saying such and such is such and such, and an insult word of saying, this sucks. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. Where the hell is that? Alright, let me send out the announcements. Hey, Ojunix. I'm sorry that, you can't stay. Forgive me for not bowing, but thank you very, very much for the sub. I'll put that towards Persona 4. So, oh, right, I was also going to update the stream title. I know that all MMOs are review runs, but this is technically premiere run territory. I'm going to update it as such. Just the hell of it. I don't know what we're getting into. This is, I know a couple of things that are coming up. I know about Valky, for example. And I know about Revi. That's kind of it. Like, this is mostly blind. Interesting. So we're just gonna stick with the WoW music. Started to go wrong with WoW music. Hang on, let me get the blindfold. Here, I can't see now. Okay.
Most cordial greetings. I am Zan Thrilo, Republic Protocol Officer. Welcome to Makeb and Keylander Station. Please hold all questions. Supreme Chancellor Suresh and her delegation are arriving.
Hey, Suresh!
It's always a privilege to stand before the Republic's greatest heroes. Time and again, you have not only saved us from the enemy, but brought us closer to ultimate triumph.
I doubt all these people came just to hear you flatter me, Chancellor. The situation on Makeb must be bad.
The crisis we face is unexpected and severe. I require my best advisors and most able problem solvers. Victory over the Empire lies within our grasp. But first, we must face a cowardly act of unwarranted aggression. Supreme Commander Malcolm.
13 days ago, the Hutt cartel violated Republic space and seized the planet Makeb. They've blockaded the system with 30 Ajur-class heavy cruisers.
Makeb's citizens have formally pledged to join the Republic if we respond to their crisis. We will not abandon them to the Hutt's brutality.
If the Hutts want trouble, they've just bought more than they can handle. I'll stomp those slugs into jelly.
Our response to this attack must be unequivocal. I will not see us defeat the Empire only to war with a parade of aggressors.
Severe atmospheric conditions on Makeb make large-scale troop landings impossible. We need help from local resistance forces to pull this off.
One of Makeb's business leaders, Shalem Avesta, is awaiting you on the surface. I want you working closely with him.
I'm surprised the planet's army didn't put up a fight. Or did the Hutts defeat them?
Makeb's entire military strength came from hired mercenaries. The Hutts simply bought them off. Liberating Makeb is your top priority, but I want the Hutts' ambitions ended permanently. Grandmaster Satil Shan has insight regarding our enemy's future plans.
The Jedi Council has meditated on the cartel's actions. We believe that Makeb is a staging point for a larger attack on the entire galaxy.
The Hutts will not be allowed to expand their dominion at our expense.
If the Republic cuts a deal with the cartel, we could team up and take down the Empire together.
If there's to be any negotiation, I intend for it to be entirely one-sided. A shuttle will transport you to Shalem Avesta's encampment on the surface. Go now, and show the galaxy the Republic is not to be trifled with.
Not a great way to start the expansion. First thing we see is the Hutts are attacking the Republic. Now, I've said before that the Hutts are high tier, and they are. But they're high tier because of their influence, their resources, their infiltration, their criminal connections. Not because they have a giant fleet that they can move over to park in front of a planet and say, this is ours now. Like... I can't think of any. Evo, I'm sorry. I'm sure there's one somewhere, but I was running through all the stories in my head, and I don't think I've ever written a chaotic character. No. That isn't evil. I'm sorry.
You're the Republic heroes who've come to free my homeworld? Oh, you're also... Wow! I wish we'd joined the Republic ages ago.
Your people could have joined us when the Sith Empire returned to the galaxy. What stopped you?
That was before my time, but we've always minded our own business and not gotten involved in other people's fights. Stupid, huh? I was here when the Hutts blocked all of Makeb's comm channels. Haven't been able to get a signal from my family since. No idea what's happened down there.
There's only one way to find out. Fire up that shuttle's engines.
Don't know if they told you, but Makeb's atmosphere's a real mess. Most ships get torn to bits by electrical storms on entry. My baby's got special ion shields to absorb the electromagnetic interference, but we're still in for a rough ride. Hopefully we won't land in little pieces.
I am not that insane, Slartek. Absolutely not, no.
How did the cartel conquer your planet if most ships can't even get through the atmosphere?
Our politicians figured, why draft an army when you can hire mercenaries? We bought the best. Bunch of hard cases called the Interstellar Regulators. But the Hutts didn't bother fighting them. They bought off the Regulators with a bigger bid. Ask Shalem Avesta. He'll tell you. My shuttle's prepped. Hop aboard and we'll be on our way. You might want to take your anti-nausea stims, too.
No, I've just never written any Evo. Nice skybox. Interesting looking place. I feel like I've been here before. Like for like a minute. Hey Evo. This is my thoughts on the matter in a nutshell. I'm gonna sell really quick.
Best post exchange around. You need it, we got it.
Yeah, the old inventory here. By the way, hi Captain Zeus. Haven't seen you in a while. What's going on?
Good luck out there.
Come in, please. I'm Shayla Mavesta. The Supreme Chancellor promised to send the best. It's not every day a politician delivers on a promise. My family helped found Makeb. Avesta Mining has led our business council for decades. I was practically chief of state before the cartel's takeover. It wasn't an easy decision. But if joining the Republic is the only way to reclaim my home world's freedom, so be it.
You don't sound happy about this alliance. What made your decision to accept the Republic's help so difficult?
Makeb's been independent since our founding. It's always been part of our people's character. Ilisov is a former mercenary with the interstellar regulators. Until recently, Makeb's trusted private army and police force.
Quit when the regulators sold out to the Huts. I don't betray a client for credits.
Exceptions like him notwithstanding. The cartel bought off the regulator forces and turned our former protectors against us.
Planetary conquests aren't typical of the Huts. Whatever they're after on Makeb, it must outweigh the cost of bribing mercenaries.
I didn't stick around to hear the whole sales pitch. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I still don't know why this has happened. We've conducted peaceful business with the Hut cartel for years.
Casualty and damage reports coming in. Talau City got rattled pretty hard, but no injuries. Lucky.
That's the 5th groundquake since the Hut's takeover.
God, I hate that
The last one leveled the Taigan mining colony. They're still pulling bodies from the rubble.
These groundquakes started after the Huts invaded? Doesn't sound like a coincidence.
You aren't the first to voice that thought. My niece Lambda is a respected geophysicist. She joined our resistance to prove there's a link between the groundquakes and the Hut's deep core mining.
She was taking seismic readings on a deserted mesa when a whole company of regulators swarmed in. We lost contact with her.
I sent search parties to bring Lambda back. But they aren't trained or equipped to fight a mercenary force of that size.
I have a feeling your niece discovered something. And the Huts sent the regulators to stop her from getting away.
That's my fear as well.
Getting reports from our search parties. Dozens of regulators have pushed them back to the landing zone. We lose that, we'll never find Lambda.
Tell your people they'll soon fight alongside Jedi. I know a thing or two about solving mysteries the hard way.
Let's hope the regulators are smart enough to recognize when they're outmatched. Take my personal shuttle to Friend Mesa. Lane Farrow is our man at the landing zone.
Yeah, I don't even have to give you an opinion, Captain Zeus. I can give you actual numbers. Because I rated each class individually. Give me a second, I'll give you the numbers.
Welcome. Please select an available...
That's not what I was expecting to see.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
A lot of flight pass. So, Agent was at the very top. with 227. Then Sith Warrior, that was quick, with 175. Then I believe it's Inquisitor with 130. Then it's Consular with 43. Bounty Hunter with 37. Smuggler with 17. Trooper with -12. And Jedi Knight with -21. I'm 5 seconds in, Zach. I don't know. I'm not doing dailies.
Shalem Avesta sent us. You were in charge here?
Reinforcements. We're saved!
Stab.
Prosk! Prosk, they're here!
Speak up, Lane. Not sure the whole Mesa heard you. My name's Prosk, in case Slick here didn't enunciate clearly. Kid's an accountant. Barely knows which way to point a blaster. Can't say I'm much better. Used to be a mining foreman. We've set up barricades, but they're not doing much against the regulators. What's the plan, boss?
I will stand between you and harm. The power of the Force will protect us.
I sure hope so, Master Jedi.
Scouts report regulators headed this way. Big group.
Everyone's manning a barricade. Find one and dig in.
Yeah, Consular was average. Smuggler was below average. Everything else was negative, so... And I stand behind that, by the way. Interesting. New quest functionality. Come here. Not sure it shares. Looks like it doesn't share, actually. They're not overtuned to hell and back like Ilum was, so that's nice. It absolutely does not share. So every one of us is spawning these mobs. Can you ask why? Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let me tell you why, Captain Zeus. Let me just pull up the review document here. Captain Zeus. There you go. There is a very detailed explanation of why. Oh, never mind. It is sharing. Yay for sharing. Holy crap. I'm impressed. We're at the point of being basic functionality like 10 years ago. Anyways.
Master Jedi, I've never... Those regulators... You're incredible!
I'll drink to that, Slick. Those mercs will think twice about hitting us again.
I mean, could you imagine an expansion actually being worth a damn?
You boys have any leads on Lambda or missing geophysicist? She's the reason we're all here.
But her campsite was ransacked. The regulators must have already captured her and confiscated all the research data. Shalem's right. She found something important.
You really think they took her alive? Those mercenaries seem like the type to shoot her on sight.
The regulators don't clean up after themselves. If they'd killed Lambda, we would have found a body. My gut says she's still alive.
Scanners indicate no one except you has landed on or left the Mesa since the regulators came. That means she's still here. Probably at one of their camps.
Great. There's half a dozen camps and no way to pinpoint which one she's at. Have to keep hitting them until she turns up.
When I assault those camps, the regulators attacking here will fall back to reinforce their camps.
Good. We could use a breather. A few of our search parties never made it back. You find any other prisoners, send them here.
Someone here might know how to slice the regulators' comm frequency and find out what they're doing. Ask around, Prosk.
Slick takes charge with his big brain. On it, boss.
We'll hold this landing zone as long as it takes. Good luck.
The blood regulators, Jaluto. No, I'm good with its act. The dark side will rule us. Or, I mean, we will rule the dark side. There we go. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Mind me. Go through. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. God damn it, it's a conversation. Of course it is. So far, it's actually better than, you know, everything prior to this point. Why is that guy still in combat with me? Fine. There's the Yahoo over here who's in combat with me. To you? It's not you. This is the Onderon Force Pike. I'm quite fond of it. The color's my own choosing, though. Alright, now who the hell am I in combat with? It's the turret. I've been in combat with this turret this whole time. That explains it.
Red Team, come in. This is Vice Commandant Brevin. We've scanned heavy fire in your zone. Status report.
Start running now. You might get out alive.
You're outnumbered by troops who have run ops in 30 systems. Our victory rate is 100%.
They've been trained to fight Sith, guys.
Lucky this time. It won't happen again.
Like, you don't even know. What, Orcano? Because there's me, obviously, and then there's Orcano. Giga is a Twi'lek, and Vigilant is, I believe, a human. Hey, Trathon. This is a terrible idea. This is so not gonna work. Yeah, okay, let's not. But yes, we have hit the expansions. We don't have flying. Because why would I have flying? That would be good game design. We're just gonna have an Alta Gruta party.
You should have taken the hint. I command the regulators, and I've got plenty of reinforcements to throw your way. Now they're angry.
The longer you waste my time, the worse it will be when I find you.
Good luck with that. My regulators get double pay to bring me your head.
It's Prosk. You read? We sliced the Merc's comm network. Hearing all kinds of interesting chatter. Whatever you're doing, it's paying off. The Mercs have pulled back. The landing zone's all ours.
Dig in and be ready, in case they come back.
Understood. We'll keep listening to the Merc's bellyache, too. Might learn something we can use. Keep up the pressure.
mean, diversity is nice, but you know what's even better than diversity? All humans. And for some reason, all males, even though that makes even less sense. Oh yeah, in the Star Wars rewrite... Oh. The Galactic Empire is not going to be misogynist, because that's stupid. Just on every level. No. Even the humocentric thing, I'm probably not going to do either. What am I hearing? What am I hearing? I really don't like that sound effect. Especially since I'm hovering over it. No, we talked about it. Like, there's no way the Galactic Empire could ever survive longer than, like, a year being human-centric. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna do some, like, small extremist group, not the Galactic Empire.
Prosk, come in. We've taken out multiple regulator camps. Still no sign of Lambda.
Scouts report you've got those mercenaries chasing their own tails. Lambda has to be nearby. I'll take some men out and cover more ground.
Think you're clever? Killing my people? Slicing our comm channel? Every time you hit us, the Hutts crack down even harder on the nice people of Makeb. They're dying because of you.
You're supposed to protect Makeb, but you sold out to the Hutts.
That's what no corruption looks
How much are they
like.
paying you to execute innocent people?
Enough, obviously. Make your peace while you can.
Whereas this is what dark side corruption looks like. So you see how my skin is pale to the point where my my face paint isn't showing up properly, and of course my eyes are red. Those are the two differences. And so in answer to your question, yes, the dark side corruption is on. Near human? Death to near humans! Don't complain, Heroes, as it might come back. We don't want it to come back. That looked strange twice. Cool. Yes, we are officially in Premier Run territory. I know I've been to this planet, but I'm pretty sure I have already passed how much content I've done on this planet. Nah, you're thinking of humans, Evo. Only pathetic humans have such things.
Prosk, do you read? Another camp down and still no Lambda. Any luck on your end?
Hang on. Getting a distress call. It's her! Patching through.
Blast, is this stupid thing working? Hello? Hello?
We read you, Lambda. Your uncle sent a rescue team. The Republic's here, look!
Shalem didn't send more?
Oh, I like you already.
The mercenaries thought the same thing, and they got a nasty surprise.
If you say so. My guards abandoned their posts and left me alone. You must be the murdering scum they went after.
Hi.
I broke free and ran to the nearest quake shelter. I'm the only person here. Sending you coordinates.
If you'd tried anything but getting to safety, you might have been captured again. Or worse.
Figured this was the safest place. Wait, what was that noise? Is that on your end?
Lost her. They're blocking her signal. My team's close to that quake shelter. Meet you there.
You know, I'm sorry to ask this. Why does everyone keep asking that, Ross? Do you have even the slightest idea of how much content that would be? How many months that would take? That might take all year. No joke. Just a year of streaming Tor to do the same quests on different classes over and over and over and over again. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound exasperated, but you're like the 12th person who asked that today. There's no way in hell. It would literally take less time to review WoW Vanilla and all of WoW. Not joking, not exaggerating.
You got a lot of my friends killed today. Grevin said I could return the favor.
This ends here.
You scum!
There's another earthquake.
Collapsing! We have to get out!
Why is the groundquake shelter collapsing from a ground? Who built this thing?
Let's end this!
But yeah, there are some differences. Like, individual cutscenes will reference, you know, a different character based on what class you are. And there will probably be like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue here or there. And the companion stuff will be different. But to my knowledge, that is it. As far as differences.
The shelter's coming down! Can we leave already?
Who built this? The lowest bidder?
Thank you.
Go!
Now, don't apologize, Russ. I mean, in fairness, even if it was substantially different, I probably would still say no. It's just, it would just take so much time. You know what I mean? Tor is already going to be one of the longest streams we ever do.
Like that in Makeb's history. Geologic instability has increased 1,000-fold since the Hutt takeover. Seismic readings and core stability fluctuations both indicate impending catastrophe. These groundquakes are the direct result of Hutt deep core mining that's going to destroy Makeb.
When you say destroy Makeb, I assume that means more than your tourist trade.
The fireworks will be a great crowd pleaser, but only if the crowds are in orbit. Every scrap of data I collected here proves the Hutt cartel's deep drilling has destabilized Makeb. These groundquakes are only the start. Entire mesas will collapse. After that, gravitational decay will strip away the atmosphere, kill everything. Makeb will become totally uninhabitable.
There has to be a way to reverse the damage, bring stability back to this world.
Congrats,
Yes,
Yada.
but this isn't the place to discuss it. I think there's a way to save Makeb, but I need you to work with me. I'll warn you now. I'm snappish. Everyone says so.
Oh my god, I can flirt with a female. It's insane. I'm shocked by this, honestly.
Don't apologize. You hold your own and you're not afraid of anyone. You're my kind of woman, Lambda.
You're a lot more interesting than I thought.
You made it! We followed Prosk's signal and... where's Prosk?
Dead.
I'm sorry. He didn't. He's gone.
Get her on a shuttle back to Shalem. The regulators are scattered. They shouldn't give you any trouble.
If they try, I'll shoot them all.
Meet me at Uncle Shalem's office. We need to figure out a plan. Fast.
That does seem like a bland line to me, Zach Taft. I suppose delivery might salvage it. Now hang on, let me bow before I look at that. Which is going to cause me extra pain today, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to bow before my master, Darth Iliani. Looks like this is a warp, actually. Thank you, Eva. Nope, she said do bow.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
I will put that towards the Dragon Age block. That reminds me. About 26 minutes ago, Mike actually subbed. I noticed and everything, but it was in the middle of a cutscene. So, Mike, if you're still there, thank you very much for the sub. I did write it down. I do have it for FF13. And I am grateful. Thank you. Oh, in that case, we know it's going to suck, Zactaf, because apparently whoever was the voice director for, what the hell? For, the trooper just was on drugs or something. Whoops. Ah!
This is nothing, Uncle. I've run the numbers. 2 days, maybe less. And your office is at the bottom of a sinkhole.
At least your expensive education has finally amounted to something.
Told you I'd repay that loan. Bet you're wishing you'd listened to me sooner. Not dismissed me as a loudmouth conservationist.
Welcome back, all of you. Lambda told me everything. The mercenaries, the quake. Your amazing rescue. We suspected Makeb was becoming unstable, but I had no idea things were this bad. We never should have let the Hutt cartel establish their mining operation.
Lambda mentioned that there's a way to stop this disaster. What is it?
The regulators who held me hostage were a chatty bunch. Mostly filthy language and bragging about their blasters, but the leader said something interesting. He mentioned Project Failsafe, a Hutt emergency plan if their mining went wrong. That mercenary believed the Hutts have something to instantly stabilize Makeb.
Could anyone stabilize an entire planet's core and crust instantly? It doesn't seem feasible.
Agreed. But the cartel has top-level scientists on their payroll. Who knows what they might have discovered?
Millions could die while we wait for the Hutts to act. We need to claim Project Failsafe for ourselves before it's too late.
Talos City, the Hutt Embassy database.
Ilasof's right. Data on Project Failsafe would be stored in the Hutt Embassy's computers in Talos City. Unfortunately, that's under cartel control. We need Chief Hercule, Talos City's former security commander. He and a few loyal men have a hidden camp outside the city. They'll get you inside the city and embassy.
Why is he hiding outside the city? Did he get fired as security commander?
In a manner of speaking. The Hutts put a death mark on his head. The Hutts control Talos City and the surrounding area. You'll have to land a shuttle in the countryside. Expect plenty of regulators. Chief Hercule's camp is hidden at these coordinates.
Don't die. You're all we've got.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super into this so far. But it's also not as bad as I was honestly kind of expecting. Thank you for being a part of the show, Ross. If you know where you want that one to go, please let me know. And everyone just really wants me to bow today of all days. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Wenlock. Thank you, Dragon Age. I will put that towards Wenlock. You got it. I think the most evil character I ever played as was a lawful evil character. I've actually told this story on camera before. They were very, very evil. Very, very interested in control and conquest and all that fun stuff. And most of the other players and even the GM never really picked up on how incredibly evil I was until, you know, I started being open about it to the players off camera. But the whole time I was very helpful and polite. And of course, I was assisting the heroes, the good guys, in all of their endeavors. After all, I was interested in saving the world too. Why wouldn't I be? The first time I ever played Portal, I was finished with it so quickly I was weirded out by how quick it was. Ditto for Portal 2. That was strange. Okay. Let me try.
Chief Hercule? Shalem Avesta sent us. He says you know a way into the Hutt Embassy.
A real live Jedi Master. Now we're talking. Pardon the stink. Haven't been near a shower in days. Hut Embassy's locked up tight. Used to have a fancy-pants bureaucrat helping us inside, Representative Eklund, but he's gone quiet. Probably dead. Good news is, the cartel hasn't changed anything at their embassy. Got the same turrets, droids, passcodes I set up for them. Lazy Huts.
Storming enemy territory is much simpler with a well-informed guide.
Simple as a stretch. Let's go with not instantly lethal.
Oh, Giga.
You want inside the Hut Embassy, you'll have to finesse 3 layers of security. First layer is heavy turrets in the courtyard. The only good thing to come out of these ground quakes is that they expose the turret power generators. Overload those, and turrets lose their punch.
Exactly, Shadow Machine.
Our mission would be a lot simpler if we could take down the entire power grid.
Even if I knew how to cause a blackout, the city's computers need energy, and you need computers. Security Layer 2 is the embassy's main door. 3 meters of reinforced durasteel. Even a lightsaber would take hours to cut through. But the door will unlock for a diplomatic passcode. You can generate one by accessing the government building secure terminal.
I remember when all you needed to bust open a building was detonate an attitude.
The good old days. I miss them too. Last but not least are the security droids. Top of the line Arcanian models. Nasty disposition. Shoot intruders on sight. Good news is they can be reprogrammed. The droid control station in my old security HQ will do the trick.
After jumping through those first 2 hoops, I'll prefer to crush a droid army the old-fashioned way.
Not saying you couldn't, but probably not before everyone in the embassy got hustled to evac shuttles and the data banks with them. Hit those objectives and I guarantee you'll get inside the embassy. Whether you find your answers is a different matter. If Representative Eklund's still alive, maybe help him escape? He's a fuss budget, but basically all right. I'll keep a comm channel open when I can.
It says unity is the way of grace in harmony. Truth be told, I don't really have an opinion or interpretation of Kairos. Not really. There is so little information and so much of it is conflicting that I tend to just kind of blank out at that kind of situation. I've talked about this before. If you give me too little information to go off of, I just get disinterested in it. I was gonna say, given that Tyranny didn't sell well enough to justify a sequel in the eyes of what I can only refer to as stupid people, where the hell? Okay, it really wants me to go this way, doesn't it? We're probably never getting a Tyranny 2, and that probably sucks. Link is arguably a real character in 2 games, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Both of those are debatable, though. See, I'm the opposite of you, though. You give me too little info and I just kind of like, yep, okay. Who's Kairos? Oh. I have no idea. Tyranny was a damn good game. Had its flaws. Like, really, really had its flaws. Its dungeon design was crap. Its combat was boring as hell. And the only thing worth doing anything as far as class-wise was mage. But God, that was a good game.
Don't worry about those turrets.
Hi, Baron. It's okay, because I would say your approach is bad. Pure evil. Oh, you know what? I lied. You know the most evil character I've ever played? Matthew. Now, nobody in chat's gonna get that, but it's true. So maybe some people in chat are gonna get that. No, 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 no. Okay, I made it. I made it. What's funny is Matthew was designed to have a character arc. It's why he started off so evil. Just so messed up. I was actually really proud of that particular roleplay. No joke. Yes, yes. Come here. Come with me. I was actually debating Shadow Machine when we do the BRPG block. Just naming my character Matthew and not saying anything about it, you know? Just doing it. Hey. So I suppose I'll explain for the 5 of you. By 5, I mean 50 of you. I don't know why I said it that way. But the 50 of you have no idea what I'm talking about. Once upon a time, I had a feature on my show called Roleplays. The idea was to go through a particular type of game and do it completely in character. In other words, it was like a normal stream, but I would never leave character, or sorry, a normal recording, a normal Let's Play. But I would never leave character the entire Let's Play. And so, I did one for Oblivion as kind of a test bed, and it worked out pretty well. A lot of people liked it. There was some good constructive criticisms about it. I refined the format a little bit, and I wanted to stretch a little bit with my acting. So the next one we did was Fallout 3.
That passcode will open the embassy's main doors. The Hutt embassy's all yours. Mind your step in there.
The character that I played for Fallout 3 was named Matthew. Now, I'm going to spoil Fallout 3's premise for you, so FYI. The premise of Fallout 3 is that you start off as some kid who was very, very, very young when you were taken into a vault which practices brainwashing techniques. Nothing as extensive as the Agent earlier, but still, constant repetition of propaganda. You know, we live for the vault, we die for the vault, that kind of thing. Also, he came from a circumstance in which pretty much every aspect of his life was taken care of. So he didn't have to work for anything, he didn't have to fight for anything. And this child, who is a teenager, is dumped out onto the capital wasteland. So, I looked at that and said, okay. And I made Matthew. Matthew is a snot. He is a brat who is arguably a legitimately horrible person because of just how unempathetic and unsympathetic he is. Now, the idea was for him to learn through interactions with the wasteland to become a better person. But yeah, no, exactly, Space Cadet. To me, it just made too much sense that he would be that kind of person given his background. And the whole idea was that Matthew became a better person after going through hell, right?
Once everyone's out of this room, you'll erase your memory core of this meeting. Got it?
Acknowledged. Feel free to inspect the embassy. You will find everything in order.
I have a saying. You know who you really are when you're at your worst. That's the idea. That was the idea behind Matthew. That when he was thrown into hell with nothing except for a little 10mm gun, and not a single clue what he was doing or how he was going to do it, he found out what kind of a person he really was. And he was actually a good kid. He tried to help people. He started off, like, with this ego trip thing, but bit by bit, I had him grow and develop into the point where he actually really wanted to help people, and would go out of his way to do so. He was still a little deranged and very violent, but again, that's kind of just the nature of the terrain at that point. And no, Matthew did not.
Wait,
Gus!
please. I'm an unarmed civilian, Representative Eklund with the Makeb Provisional Authority Council. I'm the official liaison to the Hutt cartel. Whatever you need, I'll make sure you get it. Just don't hurt me.
Oh, you're not Gus. Well, then I'll kill you.
I ought to take your head back to Shalem as a present. You sold out to the Hutts, didn't you?
I am working with them. Shalem doesn't understand the situation. Like it or not, the Hutts control Makeb now. Our only option is to cooperate, make the best of our new situation. Instead, Shalem stirs up trouble. He doesn't realize how much worse the Hutts could make things for us.
While you're busy sucking up to the Hutts, they're destabilizing the entire planet with deep core drilling. Makeb is falling apart thanks to you.
That's exactly the kind of ridiculousness I'm talking about. Is that what Shalem tells his recruits? It doesn't even make sense. The Hutts are here on the planet too. If Makeb is destroyed, they die with it.
You're an idiot.
The Hutts have something called Project Failsafe, but they'll push this planet to the brink of destruction before using it.
Say I believed you. Wouldn't I want definite proof before risking my life to stop them? If this Project Failsafe exists, there must be some record of it in the Embassy's archives. I'll get you access to them. But the Hutts are on high alert. They've already summoned reinforcements. You'll have to deal with them. I'll meet you in the archive room.
Remember who I am. If you warn the Hutts, I will find you. No one can hide from the Force.
That's me, Edward.
I'm not like Shalem. I don't fight losing battles. See you at the archives.
I am playing a very evil Jedi Counselor, which is naturally why we're almost full light side. Now, words. So I actually didn't get to answer you earlier, Act. I actually was going to answer you, but you gave me 3, so now I can be 3 instead of 1. So, Sonic, Doctor Who, and Star Wars are the 3 worst fandoms I've ever interacted with personally.
Security protocols have been disabled. Eklund came through.
Almost. I ran when I heard the fighting. Let me finish this. The Hutt in charge on Makeb is named Taboro. If Project Failsafe exists, there should be some reference to it in his communication logs.
Back off. I don't want you accidentally erasing evidence, Eklund.
Makeb doesn't belong to you and Shalem. I want to see this evidence myself. Here, a holo from someone named Vidrig has a Project Failsafe tag. Let's hear what it says.
Greetings, O great and glorious Taboro. I'm happy to report that Project Failsafe is both on schedule and under budget. Your Grand Arc is approaching completion. As these schematics illustrate, the Ark's ingenious outer layer will completely shield the vessel and its precious contents from Makeb's atmospheric unpleasantness. The cargo hold will store your entire Isotope 5 stockpile, while your chosen few companions travel in luxurious comfort on the Ark's upper decks.
The Hutts don't have a way to save Makeb from breaking apart. They're just planning to leave the planet before that happens. You're on your own.
They'll abandon us? Leave everyone to die? That's monstrous.
Mighty Taboro, may I suggest replacing the standard passenger cabins with deluxe suites more suited to a Hutt of your stature? I can easily add them before the Ark's completion.
Listening to that scum blather is making me sick. Is there anything useful in the archives?
Wait, this is important. It sounds like they're still building the vessels somewhere on Makeb. If we seize the Ark, we could use it to evacuate the entire planet.
I thought there were millions of people on Makeb. Will they all fit inside that ship?
You saw the schematics. If we convert the cargo hold for passengers, the Ark should have enough room for everyone.
What?
There are only so many places the Hutts could hide such a massive project. We have to find it.
Maybe it's time to interrogate Vidrig's employer. Where do we find that slimy hut?
Deborah would never trust a native like me with his location. Besides, we need to get our hands on the Ark first. I'll scour these archives and transmit everything I find to Shalem. Given the circumstances, I feel rather unsafe remaining here. There's a shuttle pad nearby. If you remove the guards and unlock the shuttles, we could all fly away safely.
So apparently someone's already done the math for me. Imagine 161 colossal class luxury cruisers tied together. That large of a ship could carry 1 million people. Not millions, 1 million. Yeah, that's absolutely gargantuan. Yeah, they just say millions, so okay. Okay.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
I didn't finish the quest, so I have to go all the way back there because the quest didn't update for me. I didn't kill all the guards. It also kicked me out before I could turn around and rectify that. No, I saw the guard. He was there, just standing there. I even targeted him and was about to yank him when I got shoved out of the instance. Yeah, so Q&A, let's see here. Justin's not here. Raymond's not here. Evo's no longer here. Ashel's not here. Where the hell was I? Where was I going? It's this way, isn't it? Yeah, it's this way? Yes, it's this way. Get out of my way! Ah! Cashel is here. Cashel says, random half-serious question. Will Starfield be V's first outing as a recruit of the Bastion since being rescued from Cyberpunk 2077? I like that idea a lot. I like that idea a lot. I don't know if I'll remember it when we get there, because Starfield's probably a ways out, but... I mean, I think we all agreed we're getting V the hell off that planet, right? She deserves better. What would be doubly funny is I still kind of plan to take the I start off in debt intro, where you start off with a house, but you start off with a bank debt. So, V is the main character from Cyberpunk 2077, Jay Palmer. I don't remember the route here. Yeah, that reminds me, Arcano. Isn't it like I can't do some of this later stuff in groups? Like they start to do solo-only stuff? I've heard people talk about that. I don't know. This is gonna be really dumb, but we're gonna do it. Run! Just run. Just run. Let's see here. How? I already answered that one. Ect is here. Favorite exotic dish? Oh gosh, I don't know. I actually don't think I like most exotic food. I think I'm pretty boring. Like, I can't even think of an exotic dish I actually enjoy. None of these are de-aggroing. Did you notice that? None of these are de-aggroing. This is interesting. All right. Oh, damn. Inches. Oh well. Yeah, I wouldn't count sushi or Indian as exotic. That's just normal food. Yeah, how do we define exotic? Help me out here. Because when I think exotic, I think like snake or, you know, snails. Honestly, no, Mr. Red. As the very thing I'm doing right now shows. Hey, help me out here, Act. What is exotic? I've never had ostrich. I've never had gator. What qualifies? I've had shark before. I prefer swordfish. Hey, that was the one guy who counted. That's funny. Yeah, swordfish is actually really good. Sweet. And we're done. Listen, Giga, it's not my fault you have all this exotic food. Really? Game?
You're alive. Guess my advice worked, huh? Shalem told me to patch you through right away.
We're already analyzing the Project Failsafe plans Representative Eklund transmitted to us. They're sickening. To borrow the HUD is masterminding the greatest crime in galactic history. With Vidrik's Ark, they'll escape Makeb and leave us all to die. We can't let that happen.
The only way that Ark's leaving is with us at the helm and Makeb's people safe inside it.
If there's any justice in the galaxy, we'll get to see the look on Taburo's face as we depart in his starship.
I matched the Ark's construction site map to topographic readings. The Ark's being built at a secret facility inside the giant sphere. That's a big tourist trap, a mesa with a hollow interior. Too dangerous to colonize, but perfect for hiding an Ark's construction.
There's no way the Hutts could have started a major construction project inside a planetary landmark without attracting attention.
We closed all access to the giant sphere out of safety concerns months ago, at Taburo's urging. He duped us.
Contact me when you're at the giant spear. I'll help you plan this attack. It won't be an easy fight.
Don't look at me. I've got a city to evacuate. Good luck.
Welcome. Please
There is a
select
hut raid, which we of course will not be doing.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
For obvious reasons. I think the most exotic food I've ever had is squid. I know what you're gonna say, but squid's super normal. No, I stand by it. Squid is so weird, it's actually hard for me to describe compared to other meats. Really? Really? Jay Palmer asks, did Ilum get any positives? No.
Alasov, we're at the giant spear. What have you got for us?
We set probe droids to scan the zone ahead of you. Their readings, not good news. Regulator fire teams are patrolling the site. Some of Vice Commandant Grevin's finest, backed by top lieutenants from the Hut cartel. Everyone's packing military hardware.
See you around, Walker. Have a good one.
You're the expert on regulator tactics. How do we get through your old friends?
The fire teams are spread out for patrol sweeps. Take those teams out fast enough and you shouldn't have to worry about a coordinated defense. The Ark construction site's behind a triple-bladed Durasteel blast door.
It takes 3 separate keycards to open the thing. Only cartel representatives carry them. Guess the Hutts only trust the regulators up to a point. They need to find the cartel's top lieutenants and get their keycards.
Thanks for the intel and advice. We'll contact you again when we unlock that blast door.
I'll keep searching the files in case there's anything else. Good luck.
So there's a recurring bug.
It's okay.
Where Orcano cannot actually start a cutscene. I have to actually start the cutscene. For some reason. Like, Orcano will start the cutscene, I'll join, and then he'll hit go, and then nothing will happen, it'll kick us back out. So I have to actually start it. It could be because I'm group leader, but it has quite literally never done that before. So that's a new expansion problem. So, that's cool. Hi, Sean. I've ever played Star Trek Starfleet Command. No, not the stupid mobile game of garbage, but the one based on the Starfleet Battles tabletop game. No. What's it on? That's an interesting type. That reminds me, why is stealth not on my bar? I think I have it. Yeah, there it is, right there. Why is this not on my bar? Oh, it is. It's right there. Why is it over there? Old PC game. Well, then definitely no. Oh, I'm sorry. Orcano's the group leader. So that makes even less sense. Like, at least the other way it makes some sense. Bad, but, you know, logical. Questions. Where do I stand on mage rights in Dragon Age? Mages are people. The end. What kind of character would I make Kairos to be? An actual character. Did Link ever become an actual character? I actually already answered that one. In the BRPG block, would you be willing to do a pseudo roleplay? No. We'll be reviewing. And that takes up too many lanes in my brain. Would I say the brickwork is improved? No. You'll notice this room is literally copy-paste from from a vanilla room. There's been a few examples of that too. So it's literally the same brickwork. The upside did look better, I agree. Starfield is not in the BRPG block at the moment. We don't even have a release window for Starfield yet. Yeah, let me just start this conversation here. By myself. This damn game.
Alosov, we're through the blast door.
Good. Seal it behind you. There ought to be a control panel nearby.
Edward Bador says, when did the Doctor Who panda become undesirable for me to interact with?
From following you. Schematics for the Ark construction site are a mess. Can't tell what half the symbols mean. Just do whatever it takes to secure the Ark. And good luck.
$1996. If I could write my own incarnation of Marvel's Thor, how powerful would he be? So, ironically, I've actually already built stats for all the Avengers for a tabletop game I was running once. So I know exactly what Thor's stats are. More to be in a second. Three, Zach Taft. It's still in development, Magister. Actually, no, Nero's S, but it does stretch my back out. So here's the ship that'll contain millions of people. Very well-designed ship, as you can see.
This is insane. My men are working triple overtime, and we're still falling behind.
Work faster.
That's not... Look, we both know Vidrig's skimming off the top. If this keeps up, we'll never finish the arc.
You got a big mouth, Tiero. Maybe I'll shut it for you.
Be aware, friend. No being is unarmed when others will stand up for him.
Wait, you. You're the ones Taboro's yelling about. Give me a hand here. They're worth a fortune dead.
Okay. You gonna think about that for 5 seconds? Unfortunately, I could not force choke him, sorry. I don't think they let me do that as a Jedi anyways, for some reason. Anyways, they're dead. Yep, there's our millions ship. Okay, in the interest of fairness, that is actually pretty big looking. It's almost the size of a frigate!
Republic, huh? Don't know what they're doing on Makeb, but thanks. These cartel idiots won't listen to reason. I tried calling for help and get a blaster shoved in my face. The Hutts work us to death, treat us like slaves, no, like animals.
We're here to commandeer the Ark for the people of Makeb. Once it's secure, you and your men will be freed.
We're working 18-hour days, no breaks, no visits home. It's all on Vidrig's orders. My men break their backs building his Ark while he steals everything not bolted down. Thanks to Vidrig, the Ark's weeks behind schedule. My crew can't finish the ship while that slimy Deveronian's selling off its components.
That stupid Deveronian may have doomed the whole planet. I'll make sure he dies first.
Don't let him talk his way out of this. He's good at the chatter. I'll tell my crew to lay low. Put Vidrig in his place, and we'll help you out however we can.
Okay. How well would Ram Koda do in the KOTOR era? Who's Ram Koda?
Got the best Ugnaught engineer in 4 sectors on retainer. She's a genius with electro-plumbing.
You'll have the classiest refresher in Coruscant, boss.
Still can't decide what to put in the sonic shower. Felucian Glimmerstones look so elegant, but I love Rylothian onyx tile.
Feel free to go solve your interior decorating problem. This entire facility is now Republic property.
You're those Republic people Taboro's screaming about on the Hollow. The cartel's so worried they're paying double to finish the Ark ahead of schedule. That's on top of what they're offering to kill you.
Okay. Do you got anything else coming, or is this it? Like, are your reinforcements behind the droids? Excuse me, droid? No, I guess not.
Never let it be said I'm not generous in defeat. You can have this incredible marvel of starship design at a 20% discount.
Oh, let me kill him.
30%?
Do you prefer quick executions? I'm leaning towards slow and painful myself.
I'm hoping to bid you up. How about temporary crippling? I admit the ship needs a little work, but she's almost ready to fly. Besides, being incomplete means there's room to customize. Let me live, and I'll have this baby ready to leave the atmosphere in no time. You won't find a better offer, trust me.
I'm in no mood to negotiate with a greedy thug. You earned your
I like how neither of us hesitated on that at all. Just, yeah, no. Goodbye.
This one's actually useful. We can put him to work.
Anything you want. I'll get my welding gloves.
Haven't had contact with the outside in weeks. This is Formantiero, and Republic forces calling from Giant Spear. Does anyone read?
Loud and clear, Tiero. We sent those Republic forces. What's the Ark status? Is it secure?
Bad news, Alasov. Vidrig was scamming the Hutts. The Ark is nowhere near complete.
Those idiot Hutts can't even save themselves right. Stand by.
Foreman, this is Shalem Avesta. Makeb's core is tearing apart, and we can't stop it. That Ark is our people's only hope of escape. If I send you every able body I have and guarantee your safety, can you finish the Ark in time to evacuate our world?
I'll blasted well try.
The Hutts are surely organizing a counterattack. We're forming a battle plan to defeat it. We'll brief you back here. Hurry!
If the Hutts are striking back, should we leave these workers and the Ark unguarded?
You locked the main blast door. We can hold out until reinforcements get here. Vidrig kept a private shuttle pad nearby. You can take his transport while we get to work.
You know what's funny, Space Kid, is I've seen you ask that question 3 separate times. I still don't have an answer for you. There's only been one named Hutt so far, Toboro. So far, from what I know, there is one Hutt on this planet. Alright, credit where credit is due. Being able to just warp back to the quest turn-in really cuts down on backtracking. I'm not giving that a positive, but I am not going to give this a negative that I otherwise would.
Word is spreading about the Ark. The only reason my people are holding together is because you've given them hope.
The Ark's missing more than a few vital components. We're still a long way off from loading it with evacuees.
Formantiero is one of the best shipmen on Makeb. He'll get the job done, if we protect his construction site. We intercepted priority signals from the cartel. Every regulator in this hemisphere has been ordered to retake the Ark, at all costs.
Maybe the Ark could fly somewhere safe to complete repairs?
That was my first thought as well. Unfortunately, we're still figuring out how to activate the Ark's engines.
Some refugees know how to use a blaster. I'll organize the security force to protect the Ark. Navigator, we'll need your shuttle. Come on.
My people are scouting for regulator activity and reporting what they find. We've identified one major staging area.
The Fingers. Originally one mesa, until a quake redecorated the place. Now it's held together by a series of interconnected energy fields, light bridges.
The regulators store heavy artillery and weapon caches there. If those mercenaries rearm, they'll blast us to oblivion.
We'll take their toys away. But I won't be happy until the regulators have cashed their last credit vouchers. Point me at that scum.
We know the regulators' army also includes war droids and a battle platform. We're still scouting for those.
Translation. He's finding lots of ways to risk your life.
It's a good thing I have a reason to always come back.
Flirting with disaster. Literally.
Once you've destroyed the artillery and weapon caches in the Fingers, contact me. I should have additional targets by then. Good luck.
Hold up. Is this...
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
No, that's what I thought. Okay, whatever. Sorry, Organo. It makes you feel better. We're basically twins. Just I'm evil, and you're not. So my my take on Thor. Actually, surprisingly low strength, relatively speaking. The hammer, of course, is an invaluable tool. Doesn't even really apply into normal stats. But I'd probably limit its range a little bit more. Because the fact that it has infinite range, as demonstrated in Thor 2, is a little bit silly. Okay, there's a bridge there. So, keep the hammer. Limit the range of the hammer. Strength is still pretty good, not super amazing. He's not a god, he's not immortal. But the main thing I gave him was defense. We actually talked about this before. His ability to take a hit is through the roof. Substantially more than anybody else's on the team. Yes, console hot. Almost all of the evil options I've been playing have been light side, or covering up for them has been light side. So we actually ended up primarily light side. I actually had to go out of my way and learn diplomacy to get the dark side points to have dark side corruption. But yeah, he's kind of the team tank. And again, that utility with the hammer is exceptionally useful for him. Hulk is almost the inverse. So, here's the problem. Hulk is way too damn powerful. Let's just get that out of the way. He needs to be dragged down a bit. But that's actually really easy to do. First of all, don't make there be literally no limits on his power. That's silly. Second of all, lower his defense stat. So he can take quite a bit of a hit, of course. But I would actually put Hulk below Thor in terms of defense stats, if I were to redesign them. I would, of course, put his strength, you know, way higher than Thor's. That is his shtick, and he really should be the strongest thing on the team. Like, even though I think Hulk has done too much, I still absolutely think Hulk should be the person who could stare at an army and have a pretty good chance of winning. Damn it. I was hoping to finish... How much longer is Republic? No, I can't do it anymore. Okay, so I need to pause. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a few minutes. But first, thank you very, very much, Edward Bador. Please tell me what you want to put that towards so I can jot it down. I would absolutely object to the healing factor. Gone. DSX. Okay, cool. I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry about that. Thought I'd make that. Oh. Okay. Okay. Ruffalo. No question, Ruffalo. Much better Hulk. In fairness, you had a better writing team and directing team, too. Then again, we've never really had a Hulk film. So that's, you know, relevant. Better banner? Ruffalo. No question. A pirate is Jack Sparrow. A pirate is a disgusting stain of a human being who deserves to be shot dead. I heard it, Zach Deft. I heard it.
Shalem, come in. The Regulator's weapon caches are all destroyed.
Outstanding. I hope you're ready for more. We've detected an army of war droids massing for an attack. If those war droids make it across that bridge, they'll slaughter everyone in their path, including us.
Giant portable platforms for moving huge numbers? I can't think of anyone who might need something like that.
We were planning to set up light bridges to evacuate our citizens to the Ark. The Hutts beat us to the idea. The war droids are holding position for now, but you could lure them out by transmitting false orders from the mercenary army's comm towers. Once the droids are halfway across the light bridge, you could deactivate it. Drop the whole army into the depths.
What a waste of perfectly good droids. Is there any way to reprogram them to fight for us?
Master control is out of our reach. There simply isn't time. Slice into the mercenary comm towers, transmit the false marching orders, and deactivate the light bridge at the perfect moment. Good luck.
Cut scenes here. And Giga's like, don't mind me. What's all that nonsense? Nothing, apparently. Really? Game? No, I guess it's not that bad, okay. The terrain's less irritating to navigate, too, which is funny. You'd think it would be more irritating with all these trenches. But they're designed smoothly enough and ramped enough that it's actually not irritating to navigate. Go figure. Anyways. Pancakes asked a question I don't think I have an answer to. How would you make a near-perfect character with minimal flaws, aka Mary Sue, a likable character? I mean, do you like Superman? Because that's kind of how you do that. You give them groundedness. You make them believable. You turn them into a person first. You focus on the fact that they're just, you know, a guy from Brooklyn, right? You know what, honestly, I'm just gonna swap these. Yeah, that's another thing, too. You make them likable. Yeah, exactly, Wenlock. Okay, well, apparently Vigilant. Where's my step? Have I mentioned lately that I hate the quest tracker with a fiery passion? Like, just across the board. Yeah, no, I think that's my answer to you, Pancakes. I think that's what I do with it. Lunch was good. Thank you for asking, Yada. Wasn't as good the second time, but that's okay. He was funny, Zactaf. I'll even give the game credits for it. Well, I was going to CC him. Now he's dead. Everything. Just everything, Jay Palmer. God, I hate it so much. God, really? Really? Couldn't let us have this, could you? Jesus Christ, game. Yeah, that's a couple droids. That would be rough to go through, even for me. Let's see. Would I say that V is a well-executed tragic character? Yes. How many huts are on this planet anyways? 87. What the... Is that... Nice positioning, Giga. Nice positioning. I almost gave the game credit for that, but I'm afraid that's a plus to Giga pudding.
The war droid army is gone for good. The regulators will think twice before setting foot on that light bridge.
I know the cost per unit of those war droids. Between them and the weapons you destroyed, the regulators are over 300 million credits in the red.
I won't be happy until we make the billion mark. What else can we blow up?
We finally tracked down the main mercenary base. A floating battle platform called the Storm Carrier. Vice Commandant Grevin, the mercenary leader, is gathering troops there. We can't let Grevin's forces reach the Ark. The only way to stop the Storm Carrier is by overloading its power reactors to meltdown.
Have you checked in with Foreman Tiero? Is the Ark secure?
Safe for now, but only if you hurry. Sending you the Storm Carrier's coordinates. Our scouts report there's a regulator shuttle near your position. You can fly it directly to the enemy and take them completely by surprise. Everything's riding on this. May fortune smile on us all.
Anyways, in response to your earlier question, Latario, he asked how Machinery Guy would do in the KOTOR era. I can't see how he would do any differently, to be completely honest with you. It's just another era for him. I don't think it would be good, bad, or in between. I think he'd just be there. That looked weird. Nope. There it is. Okay, really determined to kill Vigilant. Along with these guys. How would I add Tor to the AU? Well, first of all, I wouldn't. Just full tilt. Tor does not fit with the AU. It never did, and it never will. But if you put a gun to my head, what I'd do is I'd reboot the AU from scratch and build it around Tor's rules. Anyways, no. I can't see Vrook's High Council accepting someone like him. Can someone CC the second one there? There we go. Perfect. Get out of here.
This is Vice Commandant Brevin. Intruders have boarded the storm carrier.
Whoops.
All regulators, maximum alert.
Yeah, regulators, maximum alert. You be cautious now. They could be anywhere. Aw, how did... Oh, whatever. Latari says, I noticed you seem to be deep into depowering Marvel and DC characters. No, I'm into good writing. Are there any characters...
Intruders are overloading the reactors. Protect the control terminals at all costs.
Are there any characters I would make more powerful? Really? Oh, Vigilant can't stealth. Right. Black Widow being more powerful would kind of defeat the point of her character, IMO. Hawkeye is already actually really high tier if you think about it.
10 million to whoever kills them.
Hey, we're worth 10 million now. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Dirty Socks. By the way, I love the name. And yeah, I'm also agreeing I wouldn't make Cap stronger, because again, that's kind of against the point. Him being superhuman really has very little to do with him being Captain America. Him being the captain is what makes him Captain America. If I could pull out a very understated and underappreciated line from the Avengers film, call it, Cap.
Warning. Warning. Reactors 2, 5, and 8. Approaching critical mass. Carrier cooling system has been disabled.
I knew you were ruthless, but you'd destroy this carrier. Kill everyone aboard just to make a point. If I didn't have to shoot you, I'd give you a job.
I've been hoping we'd meet. You've been on my to-kill list since I got here.
What a coincidence. You're on my list too. Once you're dead, the cartel's paying us more than we'd earn in a lifetime from this planet's idiot government. Makeb can burn for all we care. So can your republic. Isotope 5 will change everything. Once they're done mining Makeb, the Hutts will own this galaxy.
The cartel is destroying Makeb to mine Isotope 5? What makes that substance worth all this?
No point telling you. Won't do any good. You've cost me a fortune today, but I can still recover my expenses. Time to settle your debt.
Sure thing. Debt settled. They can blow up the entire galaxy, Zagtaft.
Network meltdown in progress. Abandoned
Twice.
ship. Repeat. Abandoned ship.
I wouldn't buff Aquaman. He's way too strong as is. No way. Honestly, I'd probably nerf Aquaman. DC has some really high-tier nonsense overall. Huh. That's actually kind of impressive. Yeah, Aquaman is top tier, bar none. Well, there goes our shuttle. Yeah, can you believe this, Giga?
Thought you might need a lift. Hang on, I'm coming in.
They're actually blowing up stuff. And then I'm afraid you're a few decades out of date, Zagtaft. The last time Aquaman was a joke was on the Super Friends show. And it was specifically a joke endemic just to that. Aquaman has never been weak. Star-Lord? Eh, he's a dude with some gadgets. He doesn't need to be buffed. Now, I wouldn't mind nerfing him a little. Batman absolutely does not need to be buffed. Jesus Christ. Of everyone, the guy who is in most need of a nerf is Batman. No, Jubilee just needs to be erased from existence.
People of Makeb, your heroes, return.
Watch out. Uncle Shalem's running for president of whatever planet we all move to.
These champions of Makeb bring us not only hope of freedom from Hutt oppression, but deliverance in the form of the Ark.
Makeb is a paradise. You built this planet with blood and sweat, patience and love. Now your home is dying, as all things must. But you won't die with it. You will survive. Gather your memories and your friends close. Cherish the legacy of Makeb, and your world will live on. The Force is with you.
I meant what I said. All of it. The Ark is safe, and we'll soon have it ready to fly. We've earned a moment to celebrate. Especially you.
Maybe Lambda can show me the sights? This might be our only chance to relax.
I'll relax when I'm not standing on a planet that's falling apart. But I appreciate the offer.
We finally have mighty Taboro the Hutt's attention. Calling to congratulate us, old friend?
I'll kill everyone on Makeb if you don't return my Ark. No!
You're not much of a salesman, Taboro, but I've always wanted to see a Hutt grovel. Can you actually bend over enough to kiss the ground?
I kneel to no one. You will drown in lakes of fire and blood.
Spare us your empty
One
threats, Taboro. Makeb is doomed, and the Ark is our only escape. If we give it back, we're all dead.
You can still evacuate through conventional means. What do you prefer? Saving 20% of your citizens? Or losing all of them? You insects don't comprehend the Ark. It requires isotope 5 to fuel its engines, and only I possess that.
About all I can take of your jabbering. You want to play rough? Be right there.
Yes, by all means. Race to your death. I mastered isotope 5 long before your idiotic rebellion. Now you've given me an excuse to demonstrate my knowledge. Behold! And despair! It's a droid. Okay. This is only a sample of the power at my disposal. The slaughter of your people will continue until the Ark is mine again.
I recognize where that droid was attacking. Tarlum. It's a small city without defenses.
Metal Gear.
I'll summon a shuttle to take you there. Please, save my people.
The easiest way to solve all our problems is frying that hut.
We can't focus on revenge right now. My citizens are in danger.
That's not about revenge, you goddamned moron.
We need a science expert down here. If Taboro's telling the truth about Isotope 5, we're still stranded, and that hut's going to slaughter us all. Hurry to Tarlem and stop his droid.
One moment, I need to check something. Just give me a second here. Okay. I don't care about revenge, I'm just... God damn it, people.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
What that guy said. Fine, Giga, you can have revenge. But only if I get revenge on Vector. Deal? Really? 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 Excellent, Giga Pudding. That means I can now kill Vector without delay. I'm just kidding. I'd never kill poor Vector. Now, free him from the hive? Oh yeah, we're totally doing that. Wiping out all the Killiks? Absolutely. The Vector, he can live.
What's the galaxy coming to? Huts invading, planets cracking in half, and now whatever it was. Somebody tell me what that was.
It appeared to be a droid, Mayor.
Here I was, thinking it was a shiny Wookiee on stilts wearing turbo lasers for a hat. A droid indeed. Who the blazes are you?
I'm the person in charge here. Effective immediately.
You want the shortest term as mayor in town history? Take it.
These are the reinforcements Shaylama Vesta told us to expect. They're here to help.
This mesa's already collapsing. Now, I've got wounded people everywhere, and all the working shuttle pads are outside town.
Shalem can get more shuttles for the evacuation.
What we really need is the one thing those huts won't give us. Time.
Mayor, we're getting emergency alerts. The huts are landing reinforcements, mercenaries, and more of those droids.
Lovely. I'm the one-legged woman at the droid kicking contest.
They're holding the shuttle pads. We'll never get off the mesa unless someone drives the enemy off.
I'll take on those hut forces, but you'll never get everyone moving. Decide now who gets left behind.
I promised my people I'd get them to safety. All of them. Just clearing off the pads isn't enough, though. We need to stop the huts from landing more reinforcements until we've all evacuated.
We could erect energy shields, Mayor. Cover the pads so they can only be used for flying out.
Solaire, you're actually useful. If we got you some energy shields, could you set them up at each landing pad?
You can count on me. Complicated missions are my specialty. I'll clear the shuttle pads and make sure they won't work for the huts.
Gather the wounded, prep for evacuation on the double. We are leaving.
Take these energy shields. Activate them at the landing pads. Good luck.
Yeah, the actress is selling it, which is pretty normal for this game. So Latario asks about a line I'm not even going to repeat because I have that little respect for him. It's a pretty mean line written by a writer who was having a grudge at the time. But the long and the short of it is screw that line. And that's going to be my answer to that. So Nirazaz says, if you wrote a story about the CIS, what would it be about? Do you happen to mean the Separatists, aka the guys from the Clone Wars, or the corporate people whose names I can't think of from before the prequels ever existed? Okay, so I have to write about the Separatists. Damn. See, I've actually already written a story about the corporate sector. I still have it, even. I guess that's the CSA, not the CIS, though. I don't know why I always confuse those. Probably because I'm stupid. Alright, so, yeah, Jeff Johns. I don't have a lot of respect for Jeff Johns. Alright, so... I have to write a story about the idiots who are dumb. Jeff Johns is very popular, Ventures, yes. Actually, I could bug Pax about it. He pays more attention to that than me. God, these droids look so stupid. They look like they were designed by a Hutt. Anyways. Oh yeah, it's a prototype. Careful. We know prototypes are super powerful.
I could learn from you.
Oh, there we go. Of course, Pax is probably going to like Jeff Johns because he likes Green Lantern. And that's where Johns probably shouldn't belong. But if I'm thinking of the right guy. But probably not. Has a good grasp of the characters. Better in Green Lantern. Was much better 20 years ago. Hasn't been as good since. There you go. There's Pax's super quick opinion of Jeff Johns, which mirrors my own. So that is, it looks like that is the guy I was thinking of. I thought I might have had the name confused. I know, right? Could you imagine, like, a proper, excuse me, an actual Green Lantern movie? That'd be awesome. Alas, it'll probably never be. I actually am looking forward to Deadpool 3. Okay, so I'm still trying to think of a story to write about the Separatists. How many story ideas for the Separatists? Let me think about this. Probably Nerf, Mr. Nuclear. See, they've already done Separatists in the Empire era. That was in the Rebels series. It was actually some good stuff while I'm on the subject. But it's already been done. It depends on exactly how the magic of the fantasy works, Star Wars. I like it, Warp Core. I like it. I'm sorry, Ventures. I think I'm gonna default. I can't think. I'm sorry, that was Nero's as what I said. I'm sorry, Nero's as. I think I'm gonna default. I can't think of a story idea for the Separatist off the top of my head. I'd be writing from scratch, and I don't have anything. I don't find the Separatists all that interesting within the limitation of the story that exists. The only stories I can think about for the Separatists would involve them changing the fate of the war.
We're under attack in the central square! Help us! Hurry!
Yeah, I think I'm going to default on that. Thoughts on bicycle infantry and their usage in war that I know of? Pragmatism is going to be my answer to that. Any military unit like that in my setting? There is such a thing as on-site procurement as a standard operating procedure, so yeah, by default. Do I think the Ghost crew would get along with any of the companions of this game? Probably. Certainly not all of them. In both directions. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't either, Ventures. Until 3 seconds ago. But like I said, Trithon, pragmatism. Oh, I don't think Lord of the Rings would really change real life at all. Like, you know, elves, dwarves, orcs. One good high-cal rifle, and that's the end of all that nonsense. Oh no, it's Captain...
That's far enough, thank you. I recommend you tread carefully, Captain. I'm not the Void Wolf, and this isn't some
Void Wolf
showdown.
Please, the next groundquake could destroy this mesa. Kill us all.
Then let's keep the negotiations brief, hmm? We've done no harm to these people. All we seek is the droid's Isotope 5 power supply.
What does the Empire know about Isotope 5?
You misunderstand my position. I don't know what the substance is, nor do I care. I'm simply following orders to recover samples.
We do not have time for this.
No time for debate. Let us have the Isotope 5, or we'll be forced to execute the prisoners. I'm sure no one wants that.
I came here to save lives, not end them. Since you haven't hurt anyone, I can afford to be merciful.
I knew I could trust you to see the light, Master Jedi. Men, it's time we were going.
Well, that was a waste of 10 seconds.
Thought we were deader than a depleted reactor. Thanks. I'm sure it wasn't easy letting those Imperials go.
Bad enough for fighting a lunatic Hutt. Now the Empire's here too?
Maybe no one told them the planet's coming apart.
We'd better get moving.
I'll tell Shalem to expect wounded.
Oh, it would make it worse in every way, Star Wars. No question.
Good to see you alive. I trust everything is under control?
Listen, Shalem. An Imperial strike team was just here. They stole a sample of Isotope 5.
How do they even know it exists? One more thing to worry about.
We're evacuating Tarlam and bringing the wounded with us.
We'll have medics standing by at the refugee center, Mayor. Take your people there. I've set up a new camp near the Ark construction site. You have the coordinates. Meet me to plot our next move.
Let's finish this while Taboro thinks he has the upper hand. Where is that fat slug?
No one wants to borrow more than me, but we can't go at him blindly.
This isn't about revenge, you moron.
Review the Ark's schematics. He's made some interesting discoveries. Hurry.
I mean, there's an obvious problem there, Latario, but I could see him playing that, yeah. If not for recent events, I could also probably see Bob, whose name I definitely remember, playing him too. Will Smith. Oh, he totally is Organa. And we'll have to kill him, as usual. Ugh, I get so tired of killing people. This is a lot longer than Ilum. I'm not sure if I like or dislike that, but it's certainly true. You say that, Dr. Winter, but their expansions aren't really all that impressive, from what I understand. And Ilum was a planet, too.
Tarlem's refugees evacuated safely, and no fresh reports of Taboros droids. You bought us time, and we'll need it. This is Gazadar, one of the Republic's top engineers, and a brave man for coming down here.
I can't tell you what an incredible honor it is to meet you all. They stream holovids of you constantly to the fleet.
How often do you see my face on average? I really need to get a talent agent collecting credits on these things.
You're the most legendary privateer in the galaxy. People should be paying you to dock at their stations.
I've been saying the same thing for years.
Gaz just made it through the analysis of the ARC schematics. I'm sad to report that Taboro wasn't lying.
The Ark was specifically built to run on Isotope 5. It's the only energy source capable of pushing that massive vessel through Makeb's atmosphere.
Those war droids Taboro sent to attack Tarlem also ran on Isotope 5. Maybe we could convert their power cores into fuel?
You'd be acquiring it in such small amounts that we'd never get enough before Makeb's core goes critical.
Then we need the real brains behind the Hutt cartel's operations here. Dr. Juvard Ilip Ogarob. And we know where he is.
Whoa. The only 5-time winner of the Bayodur Science Prize is on Makeb?
Oh my god.
Are you saying he designed the Ark?
You acknowledged KOTOR too.
Droids too. Dr. Ogarob has been holed up at the Sanctuary Research Complex since before his people invaded. If anyone knows about Isotope 5, it's him.
Why would a Hutt scientist help us at all? Isn't he with the cartel?
Dr. Ogarob is well respected across the galaxy. For a Hutt, he's pretty reasonable. The Sanctuary Research Complex is one of the most advanced experimental laboratories in the galaxy. It's on an isolated mesa completely under Hutt control.
There's no telling what sort of defenses a genius like Dr. Ogarob has there. And you'll be going in blind.
There are data access terminals on Sanctuary's testing grounds. Try accessing one. It might let you disable any unwelcome surprises. Otherwise, good luck.
I promise to stay alive. You'll be worried sick the whole time I'm gone, won't you?
I've been worried sick since before you landed on Makeb.
We're only getting one chance at this. We can't afford to be wrong about anything. Dr. Ogarob has the knowledge we need.
And please, for the love of science, don't hurt Dr. Ogarob. I didn't bring a way to preserve his brain.
Oh yeah, if you're wondering who Dr. Ogarob is, I'll give you a hint. He mentioned the Bayodur Science Academy Award, Latario. It was actually a good reference, too. It is, in fact, what I would call the first good reference in the entire game to KOTOR 2.
Vehicle planets are currently open for business.
Venters says, if you could make a Disney Plus style TV show, how many episodes would it be and what would the subject be? Let's assume I am limited to the AU for a second. Of course. I mean, that is literally the first time, Damashi. You've watched with me. I've been paying attention.
It's high time you Republic agitators showed up. Taboro and his brutes have this entire facility captive. I was wondering if you'd ever bother liberating it.
The Republic sent me here to protect its people from a Hutt invasion. The word you're looking for is Defender.
No offense intended. I'm confident you are quite the hero. There are many on this mesa being forced to work as slaves. we would be honored to aid your attack. We possess detailed data on the lethal security grid Taboro installed across the mesa. We'll help you destroy it so you can enter the main complex, and we can escape.
If you have information, now's the time to share it. Things are about to get loud.
I am transmitting data on several key objectives. Each will provide you ample opportunity to convey your displeasure with Taboro. Stand by. Follow those instructions precisely. You'll not only gain access to the main complex, you'll destroy Taboro's security grid. We'll speak again when you breach the main complex entrance.
You know, similar to the Separatists' problem earlier, I find myself having a hard time thinking about a story I want to tell in the AU. That's not an indictment of the AU, it's just, it's never even occurred to me to. Those dinosaurs? Those are dinosaurs. That shared for at least a few people. Obviously, it didn't share for everyone. Oh my god. It's way over there. Yeah, sorry, the Voth were actually always in this game. My bad. This is why I kept comparing it to STO. Oh, I know, right, Damashi? I mean, he was a brilliant scientist, so it's not like it's unearned, you know? Hang on, I'm gonna wait for Vigilant. I think he's falling behind. I think he's dying, actually. Vigilant, there he is. Hey look, that didn't take 5 minutes to respawn, too. Holy crap. Okay. That's unnamed. Nope, nope, nobody, nope, nope, nope. So anyways, I started running. Probably not Space Cadet, other than the obvious one. You know, the Frontier. Little pissant. No, Giga. I am not putting on that stupid tiara. I have too much of a... Well, I actually don't have much of a headache, but I don't feel good in general, so... Looks like here? Yeah. Whatever you do, don't tell Giga that I'm secretly putting the tiara on anyways. Just for her. This way she'll never notice, and I'll be free of all obligation. Yes, ooh-woo indeed. Still stalling Adventures question. I apparently just can't think of any story ideas today for Star Wars. This is gonna sound weird. You know how everyone's like, limitations make for good storytelling? I'm not actually like that. The more you limit me, the more trouble I have writing. I'm just staring at the AU like, what the hell can I write in the AU? Actually, yes, Mr. Red. Believe it or not. loot there, game. There it is. Yeah, but it's the AU.
Security grid is
I
down.
can't do that near
We're
those.
entering the main complex.
Splendiferous! You've eliminated many of that bully's unforgivably barbaric thugs, but more remain inside the complex. Once you've eliminated them and disabled any internal defenses, we will evacuate Sanctuary. Your heroics are most appreciated, and we will return the favor. It is obvious you came for the illustrious Dr. Ogarob. We're transmitting his coordinates so that you may quickly find him. Best of luck.
Yeah, I think we all know who this is. Don't you dare, Giga. Don't you dare! You would never bring the delightful dancing to this stream. I mean, okay. Obviously, limits are like everything else, right? There's a way to do too many of them, and there's a way to do too few. Completely unlimited freedom leads to Star Citizen. You know? Just to put that as bluntly as I can. But I also think too many restrictions is almost universally a bad thing. Enterprise Season 1, Dragon Age 2, Wild Wild West. There you go. Game, show, movie. All of those things were severely limited, and all of them suffered for it. Well, that's true, Space Cadet. The AU is certainly trying its best to hit every story point that it can, as quickly and frenetically as possible. It's kind of gotten rid of the Old Republic and replaced it with the High Republic. I firmly believe the story shouldn't go beyond the sequel trilogy, so that's done. Everything in the in-between is kind of covered, too. Like, there's not much left. Ironically, I actually enjoyed watching it too, Trithon. But I still think it's a terrible film. My opinion. My opinion is always wrong. But yeah, Wild Wild West is... I wouldn't put it towards the bottom of the list. You notice I also listed Dragon Age 2, which I actually like, and Enterprise, which I actually like. I stand by my statements, though. All of these works were made substantially worse than they should have been because of limitations. Like, directly because of limitations. I mean, there were quite a few restrictions on early Enterprise, so... Me. Oh, I thought that was a cutscene. Oh well. Alright. I've got it. I've got it. So my story is going to be set during the Clone Wars. In, I'd say, like, the second layer down of Coruscant, okay? Not super far down, just 2 layers down. I need more droids, not excuses. Perhaps you should have left me with some Isotope 5. What am I supposed to build your war machine with? Durachrome and Phobium? I'm an artist, Taboro, but I require proper time and materials to produce my masterpieces. Respect my process! Liar! The Empire and the Republic have united against me, and now you've joined the enemy. I see who stands in your lab.
Anyone who isn't with us is on the losing team. I'm sure Dr. Ogarob is smart enough to see that.
I will use your liquefied brains to grease my droids, Doctor. Listen to reason. Think! It's not too late to cut a deal with the Republic. There will be no deal. If you are not with me, you are dead.
Churlish nincompoop. You can see why I was forced to lend my brilliance to your assault. I'm glad you're here. My apologies for the earlier subterfuge. A necessary contrivance. Taboros seized control of my defenses and was watching me closely. But I am no one's prisoner.
Should I just say right now that the best thing about Happy Hut is he speaks basic?
Unless you want your beautiful mind splattered all over this lab, you'd better cooperate.
Jesus, Vigilant.
Please, don't waste your time on...
What are you doing? This is Happy Hut.
Submit to your superior position. We have complementary goals. You want what Tabaro possesses, and I wish very much not to die here. Provide me with transport off this doomed planet. I will aid your efforts to recover the Isotope 5 fuel rods that power Taboros Ark.
But he's so amazing, Vigilant.
Data banks, and anything that isn't nailed down.
I was going to suggest the same thing. Pity to let all this go to waste when the planet implodes. I have a personal shuttle here. It's large enough to accommodate us all. Thanks to you, it can now fly. We should leave before Tabaro sends an army to kill us. Take me to your allies, and I will explain what must be done.
We met Happy Hut, Evo. Yep, I have to kill Vigilant. Sorry, Vigilant. It's the only way. It's the only way. So yeah, I would do a story about that involves no Force users whatsoever during the Clone War, so it's only barely a backdrop, if even mentioned at all. And it's all focused on just living and surviving on like a day-to-day basis in the less than savory, I don't want to say underworld, but you know, non-surface gleaming world of Coruscant. There you go. There's my show.
Doctor, it's such an honor. I'm so glad we weren't forced to kill you.
No clones.
Don't make our guest any more nervous than he already is. The Republic only kills in self-defense.
As I saw on our flight from Sanctuary, you specialize in artful property damage.
Now that you're here, what can you tell us about Isotope 5? How does it fuel the Ark?
Isotope 5. Tabaro's great discovery at the center of Makeb. Something truly unique in all the galaxy, and worth destroying this planet to obtain. Imagine a substance as light as shimmer silk, but stronger than Durasteel. It distorts gravity and electromagnetic fields so predictably that it can be refined into fuel. Isotope 5 has limitless potential to remake this galaxy. Those droids you battled were first-generation prototypes. Playthings.
With an Isotope 5-powered army, Taboro could squash half the galaxy. No wonder he isn't giving up.
And you have become the itch-mite in his soup. I crafted a beautiful set of Isotope 5 fuel rods to power Taboro's Ark. Some of my finest work, but you'll never see it. According to my data stream, Tabaro has increased mining production to maximum levels. Makeb's destruction will arrive far ahead of schedule. You have a spacecraft, yes? We should depart immediately.
We won't abandon millions of Makeb refugees. You said you could help us get the fuel rods back.
That was before I saw the latest updates on Taboro's drilling operations.
The mining platforms are massive lasers drilling directly into the planet. Shutting them down would release core pressure and buy us time.
Attacking the mining platforms would be suicidal. Even worse, it might kill me. Wait, why do I get the feeling you're serious?
I don't trust this mound of flab as far as I can throw him. Stick him someplace secure. And small.
Why are you so mean to Happy Hut?
Do nicely. Joking.
We need to deactivate all of
Jesus,
Taboro's mining
Vigilant.
platforms. That's the only way to slow Makeb's destruction until we can get the Ark's fuel rods.
I fear it won't be as easy as flipping switches. The platforms and their control rooms will be heavily defended.
When it comes to body count, Makeb's groundquakes have nothing on me.
I suspect that's not an exaggeration. I'll have a transport to the mining platforms prepped for you immediately. Keep us apprised of your progress.
Anyways, if there's anybody, like, native to Coruscant, I don't know about it. I'm not saying there aren't any. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if there is anybody anywhere who was born on Coruscant, I've never heard about it.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Yeah, but I was evil, not dark side. I was light side, Caspian. That was part of the point, actually. I am a walking natural disaster. None will be able to stop me. As soon as the music starts. There we go. Yeah, me too, Arcana. I am... Okay, I don't want to sound too negative, but this is almost at the level of, I'd say, Wrath of the Lich King, in terms of WoW equivalents. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's really good! Please remember that Wrath of the Lich King is not an expansion I'm particularly fond of. It is, however, substantially better than BC. Well, okay, it's better than BC and substantially better than Vanilla, so this is definitely a step up. Is this a door? This is not a door. Of course it's not a door. Why would they have a door? That's just crazy talk. Excuse me. You know, I must just run through. Excuse me. Best questing zone in Roth. That one down there. I mean, they all kind of suck to various extents. So I'd go with the Grizzly Hills. Well, which of the 8 elements interests you most, Evo? Really? He just... okay. Zul'Jak was great for the first half and terrible for the second half. So I would probably say Zul'Jak is pretty low. Howling Fjord starts off strong and then gets pretty sloggy pretty quickly. Same problem with Borean Tundra. Like, a lot of people tend to forget, most of the questing in Wrath kind of suck. Okay. Now what? That was the early stuff in Zul'Jak I just mentioned, Jay Palmer. Yeah, I'm at 1 of 3. Wonderful. So I'm gonna zone out, leave the group, because I'm not playing with this crap. And do this solo. Because this game does not know how to do anything. What's the zone line? Is that the zone line? Go away! You don't even deserve to exist. Why are you here? I'm going the wrong way, that's fine. God damn it. That's because Cataclysm Quest was the first time WoW quests actually became good. Well, pick whichever one interests you most, Evo, and there you go. No, there are no dual elemental dragons before you ask. This isn't the exit, of course it isn't. This is the exit, okay. Alright. Peace. Looks like I got credit for the one I interacted with. Go figure. Shalazar Basin? Wow, okay. Back out. Yes, Lothario. But then again, it was probably inevitable. Alright, Houston, we have a problem. I think I'm gonna have to reset the quest. Great. How back is that gonna go? Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's only back one step. I do actually remember Morlodin. He shows up in Vanilla and Kata.
Right.
And has a reference in Legion. I mentioned all three during the Lorecraft series. And no, water's not chaotic. Water is water. The mobs are less hyper-tuned, which is nice. The other issues are still there, but... You do. Oh my god, Giga, you're fired! Hang on. I wrote down some words to help me define the 8 elements, rather than trying to mention it each time, since each time I would say it, I'd probably come up with a different answer. Why are you so stupid? Not you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I saw that, alright. What I wrote down for water is it is wild, layered, and unstable. As opposed to darkness, which is tranquil, thoughtful, and patient.
Take it slow for a while.
Actually, I think I'm going to stick with the Grizzly Hills as my favorite questing zone in Wrath. Light is energetic, exuberant, and embracing. Where is that? Where am I? Is that me? That's me. Congrats, Yada. I mean, ironically, I don't think it would have been any different at all, Lothario. Not really. I mean, okay, it would be very minorly different in a few specific ways. You son of a...
You're all right.
You little piece of filth! First you stun me, then you dismount me, then you brute me, then you knock me back. You are extremely dead. I'm gonna rip your ribs out of you with telekinesis. And then I'm going to shove them in your eye sockets. Wheatley. Because then I can throw them in the trash, J. Palmer. I haven't re-invited yet, because A, I can't, they have to invite me, and B, I wasn't sure if there was another instance right up ahead. Which... there is.
It's okay.
See, this is my fault. I started talking positively about how this was almost the level of Wrath quest design. That's on me. I deserve this. Thoughts on the Tremors movies? Never seen them. Is the Bayverse Transformers movie meant to be a cautionary tale about humanity? No. I'm pretty sure that the concept of a recurring theme in even a single Transformer film is beyond the extraordinarily terrible writers of the Transformers films. Why is nothing happening? Speaking of which, I finally have an answer to Evo's question. How do I think Revan and the X-Men should have died? They should have died on the Foundry. There we go, we're done. That's a good question, Evo. That is, of course, exactly what I am asking you. Part of the purpose of this is to not give you any directions whatsoever and see what you come up with. So, no pointers whatsoever. However, when you give me something I hate, I will be like, oh god, it's hideous! So, be warned of that.
It's okay.
Okay, real talk, there is one limitation. They have to look dragon-like, at least a little bit. And if you make them look like Eastern dragons, you know, serpents, no. Is Lucas a better writer than Michael Bay? No. Granted, Michael Bay doesn't actually write that much. But, he would still be a better writer than George Lucas was. How big was the hype surrounding the PS1 and the Xbox when they were first released? I have no idea. Oh my god, do I seriously have to do this a third time? Wings are mandatory, yes. They have to look like a dragon. Yeah, negative just for this freaking quest. This is insanity. Between the bug and the repetition, this is stupid. Listen, Jocko. You missed it. That's all of vanilla, what you're looking at over there. Where the hell am I? Oh god. This is not where I am. What? Okay, okay. I'm just gonna live with that. It's okay. It's okay. So, the point and purpose, Evo, since I have to say this out loud, because I probably never have before, is there's no such thing as a dragon species in the strictest sense of the word. What I mean by that is there are no two dragons in the entirety of the setting that are similar to each other or identical. They are all unique creatures. Really, Arcano? Oh, Jesus. Anyways. So, the reason I haven't given you directions is because I'm trying to increase the amount of variability to increase the diversity of the dragon designs. Does that make any sense? As for feathers... let's not go full tilt on feathers, but there can be some feathers. Like, not covered in feathers. That sounds terrible. Number of heads, don't care. Color of skin or scales, don't care. Also don't have to have skin or scales. One of the dragons that I actually have drawn already is a water dragon that is literally just made of water. It's about this big, too. The Cercerage, which... oh, hang on. What dragon sealed in Mars? I'm actually not sure where you're getting that from.
You're all right.
Because I assumed you meant the Cercerage, but that's not only not a dragon, it's not sealed in Mars. So that means you're referencing something, which I'm not getting. Oh, 40k. It looks like your high school librarian. Just full tell. A walking barrage of bad news. That's an amusing line. Let's see. Damashi asks, would I veto putting channel points towards me doing the full Theron romance on my main? I don't know who Theron is. So I'm kind of hesitant to commit to a full romance for a character I don't even know what they are. A Kemval romance? I would rather eat my own head live on camera. Who's this Yao?
Thanks for the assist. Private Vandalic 8th Imperial Infantry. Might keep your distance. Insides leaking out.
Don't try to move. We'll transport you out of here.
Generous, but a waste of effort. Not much time, so listen. Wasn't always Imperial military. Born on Makeb. Caught wind of the Hutt takeover, and volunteered for this. Defend my old home.
You don't sound like a typical Imperial. Didn't realize the military was recruiting outside their space.
Was this, or mining? Bad choice, looking back. Orders were to steal Isotope 5. But I wanted to help your evacuation. Still have friends and family here. Shutting down drills, not enough. Need to open emergency release valves at Primary Control Center. Reduce core pressure.
Where is this primary control center? We'll go right away.
Have the coordinates. Controls are locked down. You'll need help. Use Slicer Spike in Control Center's mainframe. Override Hutt security lockout. Take control. Vent the core. Control Center's heavily guarded. Sorry, that part's on you. Please get my people off this rock.
Is there a message you want delivered to your friends and family?
No time. Wish I could stay.
Now we double tap to make sure. There we go.
You're all right.
Nadia. Within reason, yes, Evo. I've never designed a dragon that's larger than an aircraft carrier. I think it's the biggest I've ever designed. And I've never designed one that's smaller that can fit in your hands like this. So let's consider those the ranges as far as size. I hate this so much sometimes. Fine, you know what? You know what? Fine. Can the dragon have feathery wings? Let's pencil that in as a maybe. I'd have to see it. Leaning towards no. But I'd have to see it. How many pairs of wings? The most I've ever designed is one with 6 wings. So, let's call that the ceiling. Would someone educated be able to tell the difference between a really big bird and a dragon? No. They look exactly the same. The older a dragon... older's the wrong way to put it. So, dragons develop sentience similar to droids, Evo. So they need 3 things. They already have the 3rd thing, so that doesn't matter. They need contact with other sentient sapient life, and they need experiences, right? I'm only telling you that to help you define the personality of the dragon you're designing.
Lambda, yes. We're at the drilling site's primary control center. An Imperial soldier, an ex-native, told us to open the emergency release valves. He said it was the only way to release planetary core pressure. Do you agree?
Tectonic vibrations are still off the charts. Caranto Mesa just exploded. Good thing we're not there. Those drilling lasers were working overtime. The heat buildup beneath the planet's crust is massive. Venting the core would cool things off.
Sounds like it's our only option. Slicing the mainframe now.
And yes, Lotario.
It's working. Readings show seismic activity falling quickly. That should buy you enough time to get the Ark's fuel rods.
I think it's time we finally paid Toboro a visit in person.
Way past
time. Where can we find that hut?
You don't want to go anywhere near him until you get help from our new friends. We've had an interesting development while you were gone. Dr. Ogarob isn't the only hut on Makeb who's changing sides. The local hut cartel leaders, minus Toboro, want to negotiate with you personally. Hurry back to camp and meet us in the diplomatic tent.
Cool. I don't have time.
Take it slow for a while.
Is fur allowed? I'm just gonna say no. I'm just gonna say no. Just gonna put the foot down on that. No. Bad fur. Their body can be conceived made of whatever other than fur and feathers.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Lava, water, shadows, plants is one. No furry dragons. No. Bad. Play-Doh. Let's say no to Play-Doh. How long do you think this last quest is going to take? Real question. No Play-Doh, Evo. I'm sorry. 50 minutes. Is that a real statement or a joking one? An hour? Alright. So I have a second stream in about 20 minutes. And I still have to do things like dinner and whatnot. So, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will continue the eternal quest that is Makeb. And I'll update this to reflect the expansion score. So, I'll see y'all.